Hello and welcome to the build-up show of West Ham United against Doncaster Rovers. Gonzo will be along in just a minute. Don't worry, it's my fault. I got distracted. I forgot to send in the link. But we've got a different show for you today. I'll tell you why we've got a different show. Because this video is going to continue for the next 2 hours. Once myself and Gonzo have done our bit, Charlie will take over with a watch-along. But I'll be joining him. I'm going to be here for the duration of the game. I'll be joining Charlie for the watch-along. And anyway, Gonzo's just arriving. He's getting set up. I can see him in the backstage bit, so we'll get him involved soon. 7 changes for the Hammers today. 7 changes for West Ham United in today's game. So let me just add Gonzo into the stream here. Here he is, Gonzo. Gonzo, apologies. I forgot to send you the link. I was already like, where is he? And I thought, oh, I forgot to send it.
I was busy in myself. Don't worry. I entertained myself for 30 seconds.
I mean, I actually sent you the link about 20 minutes ago. Where have you been?
You didn't send me a link, 20. Yeah, 6 seconds ago. I was bang on it. Straight there I was. Fast.
Well, you better hope David Moyes is bang on it, Gonzo. 7 changes to the side that beat West Brom. 7 changes. Yeah.
I mean, obviously I've got your text. Obviously you didn't to keep the video fresh. You didn't tell me what the 7 changes were. Look, I don't really know what else to say. I've given my opinion of it. I think you've got to start with your first choice team. And then if it goes wrong, we're taking it seriously. I'm not going to start moaning about a defeat before we've lost, because we're highly likely to win, even with the reserve team in there or whatever the case may be. But by doing so, you take a certain risk. And I am mindful that before the Wimbledon game, we said this team should be good enough to win. And before the Oxford game, we said this team should be good enough to win. And also, Moyes has got a little bit of recent history by as much as when we faced Everton in the Cup, he didn't look like he was taking the trophy seriously. So if he's sent the messaging out and he's done it right, we should win. I'm not going to start expecting the worst now, but I do think it's a risk, and I do think it was a mistake, and I wanted him to put his best team out, which clearly he's not done.
You can be concerned. Though. There was going to be 8 changes. Darren Randolph was set to start. The lineup will be in a minute, but from what I believe, Darren Randolph was set to start in goal as well. However, there's been a slight niggle with Darren Randolph, so Fabianski is going to continue in between the sticks. But the lineups will be out in 30 seconds. So the way that today is going to work is the lineups should be out very soon. We'll have a look at the West Ham team. We'll take a little brief look at the Doncaster one and pretend we know 1 or 2 of the players. Have a little discussion about it. Then we'll get a little bet on. And then we will give our final thoughts and get very interactive with the live chat. Then Charlie will be coming on in this video. Don't go anywhere. This video is staying live for the next 2 hours. And I'll be joining Charlie at the start of the game. I'll be doing the watch along with Charlie today. Because the FA Cup, I'm going to try something a little bit different. Just like what David Moyes is doing. David Moyes is trying something a little bit different. So I've been inspired by the gaffer. Bobby says 7 changes. This should be fun. Anyway, Gonzo, you ready for the lineup?
Yeah, please. Hello, Bobby.
Fabianski is in goal with Ryan Fredericks, Fabian Balbuena, Issa Diop, and Ben Johnson at the back. Mark Noble and partners Thomas Souček in midfield with Pablo Fornals, Manuel Lanzini, and Said Benrahma playing behind Andrei Yarmolenko as the striker. The team is on your screen there. We are prepared. Charlie's in the back doing all the clicking. There's the lineup on the screen for you now. Gonzo, what's your first thoughts then?
It's not a team that he's put out to lose a game. He clearly feels that team can win. That 3 behind Yarmolenko is good. The fact that he's put Souček in there is a good thing. There's the positives there. Benrahma, Souček in particular, I think should be able to pick them apart, should be able to do something. But I do think it just sends out mixed messages. I think it sends out the wrong message. It's not something I particularly wanted to see. In order to change the whole back 4, you change the whole back 4, you can't complain if you can see the goal. That's all I'm saying, right? You really can't. But it looks good. It looks like a strong team. It's not a team it's not the under 18s. Not put the under 18s out. Speaking of which, I'd like to know where the young lad is actually. Yarmolenko up front, I just don't know. The front line looks slow, dog slow, Gio. That being said, I would hope that Doncaster are not as swashbuckling, attacking side and are not constantly at us. So you'd imagine that they will play some form of a defensive game at some point. So possibly we might not need the pace. And if that's the case, Yarmolenko may well be a good choice. Maybe he can rifle a sort of long-range goal and curl one in with his left foot or whatever the case may be. My worry looking at that is we have two excellent corner takers at the moment, which is Bowen and Cresswell, and neither of them appear to be in the team, and that's meant to be quite a big thing for us. And the other thing is, perhaps it won't matter because actually a lot of our guys are involved in these set plays, these set pieces that we train on and we're used to playing. Most of those guys aren't in a team. It's only Souček that's a massive part of that, so we don't seem to have the other guys, Rice for the flick on, Ogbonna coming in, centre of the goal, Souček coming on at the back of the goal, and also Dawson's been getting in there. All those guys have been working on that, so we don't have the supply line or the guys to do it. So it'd be interesting to see if he's worked out some new set piece routines, but maybe a Diop to head one in or something, you know?
Yeah, normally 7 changes mean youngsters coming in, but we've not done that. I mean, arguably, if we had the Premier League game today, there'd have arguably been 2 or 3 changes anyway from the last Premier League game. He's probably done more because the FA Cup, but, Rice would have started, Ogbonna would have started. But I think it would be perfectly feasible to potentially see. We saw in the league game, he put Fredericks in for a game, he's put Johnson in for a game in the Premier League. So it's not completely, I don't know, I'm a little bit concerned now. My confidence has come down a little bit, but it's still a Premier League standard team. We're putting in players that are Premier League standard here. We're not putting in unproven youngsters or anything like that. We're not even putting in squad players. Like, I'm looking at that now as it scrolls along the bottom of the banner, and they've all got like a reasonable future at West Ham. You'd expect all those players to be here next season, maybe bar Yarmolenko. You'd expect them all to be part of the team next season. So it's not a bad team. It's just a bit, I think it's risky. The only thing is, we will only know with hindsight if it's a good decision or not. If we win, good decision to rest the players. We go out, well, it's a bad decision, isn't it? And this is what the joys of being a manager and all that. The bench, though, looks very defensive. So let's have a little look at the bench here. We've got Nathan Trott, so no David Martin. And then we've got Sofal, Dawson, Ogbonna, Baptiste, Cresswell, Declan Rice. Then we've got Michael Antonio, and the young lad, I don't know how to pronounce his name, the under 23 striker is Afalan. He's on the bench as well, the young under 23 striker. A very defensive bench, though. Not much options on there. No Jared Bowen. I think he's the main one that's not on the bench.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, it does show up the lopsidedness, the inadequacies that are in the squad. It very much highlights the fact that we don't have a striker, really. I mean, apart from Antonio, I could argue we don't even have that because Antonio's not been a striker most of his career. So that needs to be addressed. That's something that needs to be addressed. I'm pretty sure if we brought somebody in as a replacement for Haller, even if it was a loan signing, you'd expect them to have featured and played up front today. That's the position I'm most interested to see, Gio, is Yarmolenko. But what this means is if it doesn't work, then I guess he has to bring Antonio on, really, doesn't he? If Yarmolenko is no good as a striker, he has to bring. He might not play as a striker. He might play the old floating number for this one and not have a striker at all. So that might be it, which is a shame because you'd want to go in against a lower league opposition with 2 strikers ideally rather than none. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just a little bit of pre-game nerves. I'm not, we'd normally do these videos. I'm normally quite confident and looking forward to it. You haven't asked the question yet, but I'll tell you now, I'm not looking forward to this at all. I want to get to the end and then be relieved. If during the 90 minutes we get a comfortable lead and I'm entertained, great, then I'll adjust my expectations as the game goes on. But at the moment, I'm a little bit concerned, certainly, and it's glaring. It's the first time I've really looked at the team. We talk about the team every day. It's the first time I've looked at the team and thought, striker situation. Yeah, this is not good.
Yeah, we'll do the Doncaster team in just a second. Southampton have just beaten Arsenal in the FA Cup. Southampton 1, Arsenal 0. That's the Gunners out of the FA Cup, and Southampton move through to the next round. Now, the Doncaster 11, I'm going to pronounce some of these names wrong. I apologise. I don't even know if it's their first team or not, but we'll go through it. Balcombe, the goalkeeper, and then they've got Halliday, James, Anderson, Wright. I don't know how to pronounce that, number 9. Auchenbarry, Lokilo, Taylor, Smith, Butler, and John. That's the Doncaster team. Doesn't mean too much to me or you, Gonzo. But when we did the preview on Thursday night, there was 2 or 3 Doncaster fans in the comments, as you'd expect. They were really nice. They were said, there you go. That's Doncaster team on the ticker banner for you now. You can see that name I've completely butchered coming up. There he is. Auchenbiri or whatever you call them. Yeah, even Gonzo's struggling here.
Yeah,
It's a long name.
It's true. I'm not even going to try.
But there's a lot of vowels. When there's a lot of vowels in a long name, I panic. I'm like,
I've heard of Smith and John before.
Yeah, that's about it. Butler's a push.
I used to have one when I was rich.
But the comments of the preview, they were basically saying, they were consistent, which is we've got the best right back in the league. Because in the preview, I joked that they might have the best right back in the league. I'd still fancy Ben Ram, and they said, well, actually, we do have the best right back in the league. They said that their centre backs are really good. Their centre back pairing are really, really good. They don't have physical side. They said, because I think Nicky suggested that they're going to come up and try and scrap for it and almost have like turn into a bit of a bullying session. And they said, no, that's not how we play. We don't do that at all. We are a footballing side. We play good football. We're going to turn up and try and knock the ball about. And they've got a winger. I can't remember his name. They said that they've got a winger who does, and this is how one of them described it. This is not my description. Gravity-defying crosses. And I'm intrigued to see what that means. So
that means they stay in the air.
Well, they obviously.
That means they literally don't ever hit the ground. So, a bit like Antonio's shots sometimes. He has gravity-defying shots.
Yeah, it must be. So we'll wait and see. So it sounds like they've got someone that's half decent at crossing, and their centre backs are really good, and the right backs really good, and they're not bad football inside. But 7 wins out of 8. Sorry, for Doncaster coming into this one as they sit 4th in League One, knocked out Blackburn Rovers in the last round of the FA Cup. How are you feeling, Gonzo?
Worried. I can't. Actually, our review after Everton is fresh as a daisy in my mind, actually, and I think that's probably the last time I had the right ump. I was really agitated, really annoyed with that, and I've been a big fan of David Moyes, and I think he's done really, really well. I'm pleased to have him. I think we're lucky to have him, actually, bearing in mind how unattractive the club is. But I wanted to. I'd love to think that maybe he might listen to a video or two. I wouldn't imagine he does. But I really wanted to sort of, if I could have let him know this cup is important to West Ham. Do you know what I mean? And now for what happened with, I can take the subs, the lack of subs, the defensive football. I'll adjust to it. I know what happened against Everton was disgusting. Actually, when we were 1-0 down, he had all those players on the bench. Go and sort that into a tie-up to not make any subs. I thought was disgusting. I know it showed exactly where his mindset was in terms of the cup competitions. So, because of that, it makes me more nervous about this game in particular. That and the striker situation is making me very, very nervous. I'm a bit happier to find out that their wingers' crosses never reach anybody's head because they stay up in the air. That's a good thing. A little bit worried about if they've got 2 good centre-backs and we don't really have a recognised striker. Surely we're not doing that. We may have to rely on some long shots in this one. Maybe Ben Rama's turn to curl one in, or they might be the heroes. It might be Ben Rama and Yarmolenko that are the heroes in this one. It may well be. They're both capable of scoring from outside the box. So let's just see. I don't want a nervous start, though. We've got to have a good start for this one, mate.
Yeah, I think Yarmolenko is a good striker. Though he plays up there for Ukraine. Arguably, he's played more games up front than he has right wing in the last 2 or 3 seasons. Since he's joined West Ham, he's probably started more games as a striker than he has on the right wing. I'm not too bothered with him being the striker. I think I'd like to see him up front. I think arguably he's one of our best shot takers, if that's a phrase to use. I think
some say shooters.
Shooters, we'll go shooters. He's all right. I think he's fine up front. It's just the panic buttons. Antonio, ideally, Moyes isn't going to want to use him, kind of thing. At what time? What's the minute on the clock that David Moyes is going to push that big red button? We saw it against Stockport where we were getting a little bit iffy, and all of a sudden Souček was lining up to come on. That was David Moyes pushing the big red button. And I just wonder what minute on the clock is it. If it's 0-0, David Moyes says, right, that's it. Antonio's coming on. Rice is coming on. We're going to go for this. We're going to have to crank it up a bit. We've got a team that should win, but I feel like I've gone from will probably win to should win. I've come down a level. My phrase is slightly changing a little bit. I'm almost like putting disclaimers in there.
Yeah.
So I'm not too... But before we do I just missed a comment. I'm looking for a comment because of the way what the live chat is saying. I feel like I've missed something and I'm looking for it, but I can't find it. Someone called Harry must have put something up, and I just went. Harrison must have put something up. I was just looking to see what it said, but I can't find it.
There it is, mate. There it is. I'm sorry to say.
Well, God bless Harrison. Hopefully your nan. Hopefully we win for your nan today.
All the best, mate. All the best. Very
Puts people
sorry
into
to hear that.
perspective a little bit, don't you? All of a sudden you stop caring about the striker at West Ham United today. But bless you, Harrison.
All the best, mate.
Anyway, you ready to do a little bet? You ready to have a little punt?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
For those that don't know, we're going to put a little bet together on the Bet365 account. If we win, we give the winnings to someone in the live chat. We'll tell you how to enter in just a second. What are you fancying, Gonzo? What are you putting in here?
Well, I think, look, there's not going to be very good odds, I would imagine, on just West Ham winning or something. So let's name 2 goal scorers, shall we? So I think either Yarmolenko or Benrahma will score in this one, and then maybe you can add a goal scorer.
I'm going to put, I'll go with Yarmolenko. I fancied that one, but I'm going to put Halliday to get booked in there as well. I had a little look at the stats before coming on. I think he's picked up 4 cards for Doncaster this season, and I believe he's their right back. And then we've got Saeed Benrahma starting, so I'm anticipating Benrahma up against one of the players who's most booked this season, so I'm going to put him in there too. The odds are all of a sudden not too bad, actually. And
so what, you got Yarmolenko and Benrahma to score?
Just Yarmolenko.
Okay.
We can put in Benrahma as well, but I think that's a bit risky going for 2. I think we should pick one.
Well, it's up to you, mate. You're the betting man. You're gonna get good winnings, aren't you?
Do you think Doncaster will get 3 corners? Sometimes there's good value in these sides getting just 3 corners in a game.
No, I don't. Not necessarily. No, I don't think so. I think I do think we're going to be well drilled. I do. I don't think they're not bad defenders. Not a bad team.
Just had a look. They're rubbish. They're like the 4th in the League One for corners. Scrap that on the head.
Yeah, I think if they beat us, and I think they can beat us, by the way, but I don't think they'll do an Oxford and stick 4 past us, because it's not a Pellegrini team, it's a Moyes team, So I don't think they're going to have loads and loads of attacks. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway.
Do you know something? Let's just do that. It's only £60, but let's just do that. Yarmolenko score a goal in Halliday to get booked. £60. If that happens, someone will get £60. Okay, so if Halliday gets booked and Yarmolenko scores, someone's winning £60. All you have to do to enter in the live chat is put the phrase that Gonzo says, get into the live chat, you're entered. Hopefully someone wins £60. We weren't far off in the last game, actually. We've done quite well. We've got West Ham to win, Antonio to score. And I'm telling you, I know I had O'Shea to get booked. He should have got booked. He was the one that brought Saeed Benrahma down in the first half, and the referee played on. He studded him in the thigh. But anyway, I'm over it. What's the phase, Gonzo?
Give the donkey a good beating.
Give the donkey a good beating. Get that in the live chat there, and you're entered into the bet giveaway. Gonzo, can I get your final thoughts? And then we'll turn to the live chat and get their comments. Yeah,
I don't think I can offer too much more, really. That I haven't said. It should be good enough. I don't feel confident. Who told me 4 hours ago what? Sorry, you flashed something up then.
I didn't mean to click on that. I was meaning to click on this so everybody can see what the phrase is.
Oh, that's the phrase. Give the donkey a good beating. As Chaz in the Madhouse suggests. I am nervous, my friend. I am nervous. I'm nervous. It's by the way, it is on, press the red button on BBC iPlayer also, or Sky Channel Babe Station or something, was it, Gio?
981, which is not a dirty channel. I promise you, it's not a dirty channel. Those numbers are usually dirty. This isn't a trick. Have a little look. It's the best channel.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll be sat there next to your mum. 981.
Yeah, you'll hear a donkey hee-hawing. You'll see something getting a good beating.
I didn't think it was this kind of donkey. Yeah.
Thank you to Chuck, £5 in the biscuit for Chuck. Chaz has good breakdown, lads. Doesn't matter how we win, just need the result today. Get the big team next. I completely agree. Cups is always about results for us, isn't it? It doesn't matter about performances. Save the entertainment for the 38 games that you've got in the league. You can make mistakes in the league. It's fine. But you can't in the cup. You get one go at it. It's played to a finish today. VAR is involved since it's at the Premier League ground. It wasn't for West Ham in the previous round, but it is for today. Hopefully, there'll be no fireworks. Anyway, in the live chat, get your comments saying it can be about the West Ham lineup. If you're a Doncaster fan, put something in about your team so we can get a little bit of a snippet. Not the guy that we can't pronounce, not him. I'm not reading out that one again. Score predictions. Get anything in. And we'll get on the screen and have a little discussion. PJ says Fornals and Bowen's partnership could be key.
Benrahma. Yes, PJ. Yeah, I think so. They should They should dovetail well. They should. Fornell should be the best player.
What do you think he's going to do, actually? Fornell's Lanzini and Ben Rama. Who do you think's on the left, who's on the right, and who's in the middle? I think I've stuffed the bet up. I think he's going to put Fornell's on the left.
Yeah, and Lanzini on the right.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I don't know, because I don't know, because against West Brom, he put Fornell's in the number 10 role and took Bowen over to the left. Don't know.
Whatever, they'll dovetail and they'll change position. It is, these are still good players, really good players compared to the ones Doncaster's. Look, any one of those players is a superstar for Doncaster. So, let's just get that right. Let's talk ourselves up a little bit, I think.
Here's a Doncaster fan. The Roving Bear Twitch says, Donny fan, in peace should be a good game. Shame Greaves' out as his league debut was good. Yeah, but what about the players that are starting? That's what we want to know. We want a bit of... Tell us about who's starting.
That's a good name, isn't it? The Roving Bear Twitch.
Who's the winger with gravity-defying crosses? That's what I want to know.
I don't know about that.
T says, I think we will win, but playing a weaker lineup is asking for trouble. We should play out the strongest team today and a weaker lineup in our next Premier League game.
Do you know what? I'm sort of somewhere in the middle of that. I think we could have gone. I think we saw when we played Everton, we've now had a big break in between. I think we could have gone strong in both. I really do. I don't really need to pick and choose, But look, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, we win the game and everyone says, "Oh, look, you were worrying about nothing." I would much rather that than the opposite happens. I can tell you that much.
Here we go. Reece James, the man who's played in virtually all positions this season, can keep a ball out, put one in, and score two. So he's a guy that was gravity-defying crosses. What's concerning me is that it wasn't him that wrote the comment about gravity-defying crosses, but when I said it, he knew exactly who I'm talking about. There's obviously... There's obviously substance to this description of this man's crosses. I'm looking forward to it.
I am. Me too. Maybe if everybody plays FIFA, maybe on FIFA he's sort of got 38 for all stats, but 99 for crossing.
Something like that. Tom Bull said we will be fine. 2-0. Gary says, Gon's going on about not a strong enough team. How many of the Doncaster players would break into our 11?
Gary knows. What's he doing? What's he trying to draw me in? Gary wants me to say how many Doncaster players would play for West Ham. Come on, Gary. Got to do better than that, mate.
At least 2. Reece James, apparently.
Sorry, Gary. I'm sorry, mate.
I think Reece James could get in with his crossing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where's Randolph? He's injured. He was due to start. Randolph was due to start today. However, I don't know if it was in the warm-up or what's happened, but he's no longer playing in Fabianski's in goal instead. Kerry says, where's Ben Rama playing in midfield? Somewhere. We don't know where, but somewhere.
We don't know. He might be left back, Kerry. We never know. Centre half to the other two, the experienced ones.
Daniel says, I know he's not playing today, but thoughts on Declan being our penalty taker?
Is he? What? Who? When? Who said that? Who said he was?
Well, it's a hypothetical question. Would you like Declan to be the penalty taker?
I don't know. I ain't seen him take a penalty. We discussed this the other day. I thought, who did I say? I thought Bowen would take a good penalty. Didn't I? You said Cresswell would take a good penalty. Yeah. I think Yarmolenko would take a good penalty. People
in the comments were right about Solchek. He used to take them.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he used to take them in the Czech League. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'm sure Declan Rice doesn't take a bad penalty. Don't get me wrong, but he wouldn't be those 5 or 6 I'd mentioned before him.
The Doncaster fan, he says, Taylor's pace, Smith is a Welsh international, Anderson is a Brit wall, and we still got Coppinger, who scored against West Ham last time we played at Upton Park in the Championship years ago. He must be quite old then.
Well, I don't mind someone being a brick wall because he's going to be able to run around less than Sebastian Haller did for us. So don't mind that. Taylor Smith with lots. They're different people. Taylor and Smith are two different people. So Smith plays for Wales. That's what he's saying. He's a good standard player. He's an international footballer, is what he's saying.
I'm trying to remember him from watching Wales, trying to remember if I can picture him. Because they've got some players. Wales do have a couple of players that are not in the Premier League. They've also got other player who plays out in Holland, or I think he used to play out in Holland, the centre midfielder he's playing in Holland. So I'm trying to remember who it is, but he's popping into my head all the time now. All right, let me just click on this one. Gary, with Noble in and defenders that ain't played in ages, it doesn't fill him with confidence. He's saying 2-2 and we'll win it in extra time.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be an interesting game. It will give us all lots to do this afternoon if it does go to extra time. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not that it's not. I understand what Gary's saying. It's not that it's not a strong team. This team should beat Doncaster, but this is what we say every year, and it doesn't happen. So I'm nervous as well. But hopefully we're good enough to win in normal time. Hopefully we're 2 goals up halfway through the first half. We don't have to worry about it.
We'll wait and see.
We're certainly not confident and cocky, though, are we? You couldn't say, "Oh, look at them, not they're all cocky over there." No. We're a bit worried about it.
Ben says, "Are the players coming into the side going to be motivated to try and earn a place in the regular starting 11?" I think the defence know they're not getting into the starting 11.
I was about to say more or less that, Gio. I think
if you're in that back four today, you're thinking like I could be man of the match. I'm still not getting in there. Arguably, Ben Johnson's done that this season, but at the same time, Balbuena might be thinking, "Hang on, I deserve to be starting because I came out because I had COVID. It's not my fault. I wasn't playing badly. I deserve to be in that team." I think the 3 behind Yarmolenko have got an opportunity because I don't think anyone's really nailed down that place. There's 2 places up for grabs. Bowen's got 1, so there's 2 places up for grabs. I think Yarmolenko might have something to say here because he must know he's not really going to get a shot as right wing. Therefore, striker is vacant. We need a striker.
Fair point.
I think Yarmolenko actually has an opportunity. It's a bit of a worry because if Yarmolenko does bang in a hat-trick today, you know what's going to happen? We'll get told, well, we don't need a striker. We're going to use Yarmolenko now. And it's a bit of a concern. So it's almost like bittersweet if Yarmolenko goes on and plays well and gets a couple of goals today.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to, just so Spencer knows that I saw his comment there. I would love it. I'll tell you what, if he did watch, then he's got the wrong end of the stick. He's obviously seen the team at the start, but yeah, that's it. He hasn't got to the bit where I turned around and said, "That's how you get kicked out of the FA Cup, Spencer." He don't watch properly, Moisey, does he?
Reed says, "Fingers crossed we win, but definitely giving Doncaster a boost with a weak lineup." Imagine what the manager will be saying.
Exactly right. He'd be saying, look, here you go, lads. This is their second team. They're not taking it seriously. They think we're going to roll over and have our tummies tickled. They think we're not. They think we're an easy touch. They think this is it. They think they can rest, and they're thinking. That's what I'd be saying. He'd be saying they're in that dressing room now, thinking about Crystal Palace. They're counting up their league points. Let's go and show them. They can't do this. They disrespected us so much. They're not even playing a striker. Get out there, sort it out. You know, it is there. The team talk is done. I totally agree.
Just quickly, here it keeps moving. Jamie says, Sky Sports says we have an unknown number 40. Who is he? It's Afolan. I don't know how you pronounce his name. It's AFLOAYAN, something like that. Some sort of spelling like that. He's under 23's striker. Mipo Odebeko plays for the under 18 still because he's young enough, so they just play him in the under 18s, but he's not. He's older, so he's the under 23 striker, so he's been kept back for this game because Mipo's unavailable. So that's who he is. Annoys me when Sky Sports don't know stuff like that. You know, it just irritates me.
They earn enough money. They've got enough of a budget to research it. It would be funny, wouldn't it be funny? You know, like at the start when, I know it's not on there, but when the players sort of walk up, they've got the animation, the players walk up, and they do that, and then they turn around, and you have the name on the back of the shirt. So, you know, they walk up and all the rest of it. It'd be funny if they had him, and he just sort of walked up, turned around, and it had number 40, but the name was printed unknown.
Well, did you see David Gold's tweet yesterday? David Gold said happy birthday to David Martin, right? So he put up a picture of David Martin, had Martin on his shirt. So he wrote happy birthday, and he tagged him, said, "Hope you have a good day, Martin." So everybody was like, that's not his name. That's not his name. So
did he not? What was one with Ogbonna? There was one with Ogbonna.
I think we signed Obiang, but he put up a photo of Ogbonna. I was like, welcome to West Ham. Or the other way around, either or.
Oh dear! You should give it up, mate. Give it up. Go give the Twitter to somebody else. Is that what's he saying?
It says, "Cheers, Gio, and my 4-year-old loves you both," and says, "Can we watch Gio and the Big Nose?"
Oh yes, you can. What's the 4-year-old? Is it a boy or is it a boy or a girl? I didn't say, did it, Jamie?
Honestly, you're not starting on a 4-year-old. You're not away to pick a fight.
I'm not. I was going to say
Look a
hello.
picture of your 4-year-old. Let's have it out. Eh?
Bring him up. He was to call me big nose. Let's discuss this. Yeah, absolutely. Well, hello. I wanted to say the name. I was going to wave and say hello, but obviously I don't know. I was going to maybe give a side profile of the nose or something.
There we go. That's George is answering the question. Kind of people have been asking what channel it's on. It's on BT Sport Extra, BBC Red Button, BBC Sport, channel 981 on Sky. Robert, with all important question: what biscuits have we got for the game?
No biscuits, Robert. The last flake in a pack of 4 is what I have got for the game. There it is. I would give it away, but I'm going to eat it.
I've got a Whisper Gold.
Oh, it's getting up in the world. I remember when it was just a purple Whispers, Gio. Remember those days? Fun size Whisper bar. Now it's the golden Whisper.
I never liked them because I preferred an Aero, and I always thought they were like a cheap, like a copying the Aero.
But I feel don't you feel you're getting ripped off? It annoys me. It annoys me because I think I'm buying fresh air here. I'm buying half chocolate, half fresh air, and it agitates me. As I said, it's like when I buy Radox bath. It's meant to be soothing and relaxing, but I'm stressed because it's £3 for a whole tub of it, and I'm in that bubble bath, getting more and more stressed out. Whereas I get the Aldi one or the Lidl one for 50p. That is relaxing.
Yeah, here we go. Alan says, Yarmolenko strikers should be interesting, not a bad team. We should win. Squad rotation is the norm for teams in the cup. The thing is, Alan, I don't want normal because it's also normal for Premier League teams to get knocked out of the cup, and I don't want that. I want to take it seriously, and I want to win it. It's all very well protecting Antonio today. Said, well, we don't want him to get injured. But the thing is, he could come on for 10 minutes and get injured in that 10 minutes. He could get injured on Tuesday night, and we're just never going to play him again with a fear of him getting injured. But Tuesday night, we know Mipo or the Beckle's back. So we actually have another striker for Tuesday. We just don't have him today because of all the COVID situation he had during the week. But he would have been available for Tuesday night. So I'm a bit frustrated. I would have played Antonio today, I think. I would have taken the risk and tried to get him off at half time or something like that and get the goals in. But at least he's on the bench, I suppose. I'm not so sure he would have been on the bench if we were only allowed 7 subs. So I'm glad we're allowed that extra 2 currently. Ben says it's excited to see Fredericks back. He looked good before he got injured, Gonzo.
He did. He did. And he was the best player in the 2 games that we lost as well. In fact, in one of them, I thought against Newcastle, he was the only good player. So he really was. So he can consider himself to be unlucky in that sense. That being said, you don't know what form does. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's now got no form because he's just not been playing. And unfortunately, we just don't have reserve team football anymore. So, you know, how fit are these players? I know they've been training and all the rest of it. But at least when they used to be reserve football, he'd have played 5 or 6 games, you know, in December and January, you know. So, but no, he was in good form. That much is true.
BD Man Poet, again, he's still not writing poetry for us. This is crap. We had a word with him in the last show, and he still hasn't come back with anything. He said, to be fair, boys, he did say in his pre-match press conference that he wanted to win the cup. Have faith, boys.
To be fair on Moyes, have faith, boys. That would have been it. That would have been the poem. He could have cut the middle bit out.
Yeah. The thing is, he's going to state that, though, isn't he? He's not going to turn up and say, I hope we go out. I don't really care about the cup. You know, he's going to say he wants to win the cup. Of course he is. It's just, you know, it makes no difference. Gonzo could sit there and say, I don't want to eat my flake. It doesn't mean he's not going to eat it. It's just, he's just saying the right thing.
I don't want to eat.
Now I feel bad. Ellie's pocket money. Love JME.
No.
He's just giving us his child's pocket money.
Look, we feel guilty. You're a bad dad. You know, I mean, you can't. Ellie's pocket money. So it's Ellie and Kaylee. I feel very bad now. I don't want to take a child's pocket money. That's not right.
Or something. I do feel a bit bad, but when I start tucking in my Whisper Gold, I think
feel a bit better.
Ellie and Kaylee bought me this. I think
yeah. You know what? Happy days. Thank you, children.
We're going to have a flake and a Whisper Gold on behalf
of we're going to celebrate. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously, thank you, Jamie. We appreciate that one as well. Joan says, Ben Rammond scored brace. We are going to win. Chaz in Madhouse agrees with something like I'm saying, which is Antonio could be injured in training or in a game, etc. Play him today. Irish Tommy's back. He says, the issue with putting these teams out is not that they aren't all Premier League players. It's just that they don't play together and or rarely play at all. So it could be a very disjointed performance.
Totally agree.
I agree with that. That's why I'm not sort of claiming that Craig Dawson is all of a sudden a wonderful Premier League centre-back, because obviously he's played really well. But I was on West Ham TV last night, we sort of spoke about it, and I said, well, I still think he's an average Premier League centre-back. However, collectively, alongside Soufal and Ogbonna with Fabianski behind him, right in front of him, I think he plays better than he actually is. And I think that's what we saw with Sheffield United last season. We saw players playing better than they are individually because they played as a team. And I think that's why it's a bit like the Josh King thing. Do I think Josh King's good? No, I think he's average at best. But if he comes in and fits exactly what Moyes is going to do, he's going to look better than he actually is. And that goes along with what Irish Tom is saying. I think it's a very, very similar thing. Josh, if we beat Doncaster, are you confident we can beat Man United or Liverpool?
More confident than I am about this game, ridiculously, because there's no way Moyes will do this against either of those teams, which I think is what he's thinking. I believe that David Moyes wants to win the cup. I just think that David Moyes is guilty of what every other West Ham manager has done in recent years, which is think I can win the cup, but my reserves are good enough to get me through this next stage. I'll just get through this next stage. Then when I get to the next one, I'll take it seriously. I think that's what they all do, by the way. I think they all do it. So, yes, I would be, actually. I think particularly bearing in mind that Manchester United are going to be looking at the league. Earlier on in the season, there's no way Man United would have been thinking we got a league title. We can win the league. Now they're in a very, very different position. I think that will... that takes the focus off any domestic cup competition, certainly. And I do think he would play his first choice 11. You don't need me to tell you about Liverpool. Liverpool are not in a great position at the moment compared to how they have been the last 3 years.
Yeah, I don't fear them. I'm more nervous for today because it's all on us. The pressure's all on West Ham today to go out there and win. When we go to Old Trafford or Anfield, all the pressure's on them. They've got bigger priorities, so on and so forth. I'd actually be quite fine playing either of those sides. I don't fear them at the minute. Klopp's lost his head at the moment. If anything, I think it'd be a fantastic time to play Liverpool. Hammer 1999, how does Gonzo feel like West Ham Fan TV making a loan with a view to buy offer for me?
They've not made any offer. They've got to pay me. To take Gio, they've got to pay me. So they need to get in contact with me. I will discuss with them an appropriate loan fee, an appropriate transfer fee. It's up to Gio to discuss his wages with them.
You're going to take Nicky, Ryan, Scott and Graham's children's pocket money as well as Jamie's children.
They won't need to pay that much for you, Gio.
Ryan, what channel are we on in England? Why England? We've got the same channels in Scotland.
We're on Muck BBC in Scotland. We're on the red button. It's a BBC iPlayer, Ryan, in England, and the BBC iPlayer in Scotland.
I'll leave that comment on the screen for a minute. Gonzo, you're going to start wrapping up our part of the show, but don't go anywhere, people. This show will not end. Charlie's coming on this stream, and then the watch along will start, and I will be back for the game at 3 o'clock. Kickoff is at 3 o'clock, and I will be joining. It's in black and white, but yeah, we've got the telly. I'll be joining Charlie for the watch along. I'll be joining Charlie for the game, so it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I've not done a watch along before, so I'm hoping it's interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Can I get your final thoughts, Gonzo?
I am sorry, that was me, obviously flicking up the comments.
You've left up an informative comment telling people where the game is, and you've got to take it off now, haven't you?
Yeah, they were taking a mickey out of you, so I thought I'd just pop it over. It's quite nice. Well, not just you, the country of Scotland as a whole. So I just wanted to, sort of help and assist in that. What was your question?
What's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are, let's get it over and done with. See you all after the final whistle. Gio won't. He's going to be doing a watch along with Charlie. So tune into that. You can give him some more a Scottish-based abuse during that. I'm going to go and hide behind my sofa, cowering, eating my plate. My plate? What's a plate? My flake. Raiding the children's money box when I go out to the house, steal all my children's pocket money, and then watch the game. What's
your score prediction? What you're thinking? And if you're going to give a draw, it's played to finish today. So can I get what you would then expect to happen in the extra time and pens if needed?
Okay, so I still think we should win 2-0. I think 2-0 is a good one. I think what Tommy said earlier on is 2-0. I think if we were to go to extra time and stuff like that, I think what you said earlier on, Gio, is absolutely right. I think you'd have Antonio on, Declan Rice would be brought on. I think if that happens, then I think it's anyone's game. I think if Doncaster take us into extra time, it's anyone's game, including theirs, obviously. I wouldn't be confident. I think we've got to get it done in normal time. I do not want to scrape through here. I really, really don't. Take it into extra time, it just becomes a massive risk.
Yeah, I want to go ASAP to settle my nerves. I'm nervous for this one. The longer the game goes on, the more optimistic Doncaster will get. I think this is I actually quite liked the draw getting done before. Do you know when we pulled out Doncaster? I like this draw getting done before we play our next game. Then fifth round got done. I actually don't like it now because that Doncaster manager, Dan Moore, saying to his players, you want to play at Anfield or Old Trafford, this is probably the only opportunity you're going to get. You beat this slot and you're playing at one of those grounds. You think playing at West Ham sort of their cup final? It's not. Playing at Old Trafford or Anfield, perhaps for some of the players in the career, not all of them. I mean, there's a Welsh international in their team. He's played it in bigger games than that. But for some of them, that's as good as it'll get. And that's not a bad thing because there's not that many players get to play at Old Trafford or Anfield in a professional game of football. So they've got that motivation. We've changed a lot of things. It's the FA Cup. They've got a lot of things going for them here, not just the game of football. Other stuff as well. They're going to be up for it. I'm looking forward to it, actually. Apparently they'll play football, and I always like it when there's a good game to watch and stuff, so I'm quite looking forward to this one. Thanks to the kind comments there from Jeffrey, and thanks, also Jeffrey. Somebody made a very good point. I just wanted to bring it up. It was GP, but I can't find him.
GP or JP?
GP.
Is he a doctor?
Mitchell, we read out your comment in the cup of tea. We hope you're doing good. We did read it out in the cup of tea. We hope you're doing well.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Smiling. Keep smiling. Hopefully you'll beat. I think he's a Liverpool fan, so I hope you beat Man. Well, don't mind you beat Man United, but for your sake, I hope you do. There was someone suggesting. GP reminded me the TV was invented in Scotland. Yes, there he is. He's giving kudos to John Logie Baird there. Nice one, JP. Viva John Logie Baird. Anyway. Well, we disappear. We'll get Charlie in now. Well, there he is, Mr. Walsh. Charlie, you ready?
Charlie?
I'm born ready, mate. I've been ready since before you were alive, technically, kind of ish.
Before you were born, Charlie.
Before you were born, mate. Before you.
This is good. This is Charlie admitting he's older than me and Gonzo.
I look it and I feel it. I can't. I look it and I feel it. It's been a long lockdown, boys. I can't lie to you.
Right. Anyway,
we know, mate. We know.
2-0 from Gonzo, 2-0 from me. We're going to leave you in the hands of Charlie now. Charlie's going to get very interactive, give his thoughts, chat along with the live chat, and I'll be back to join Charlie for the game. I'll see you in a bit. Charlie, I'll see you in a bit.
All right, see you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ham's Chat Watch Along. It's match day. It's round 4 of the FA Cup. It's Doncaster versus West Ham United. Get hyped. It's the thing that's happening. First of all, though, let's change this. Let's make it look. There we go. Now we're here. Good to see everyone. Ben, unfortunately, it is. Unfortunately, 'tis I. Anyway, I hope you're all well. Let's talk about the match, shall we? Because I saw some people talking about how they were concerned. Other people talking about how they weren't. I can't lie to you. I am. And let's talk about the lineups. So we're doing it slightly differently today. We're doing it using StreamYard. So I can't do most of the things I usually do. So we're going to have to bring it up like this. That's the West Ham lineup, right? Fabianski, Fredericks, Diop, Balbuena, Johnson, Noble, Souček, Fornals, Lanzini, Benrahma, Yarmolenko. Now, the thing most people have said is that team is good enough to beat Doncaster, and it just is. It just is. Like, it's a significantly better team than Doncaster's. But I don't know. Tell me how you lot feel, because I can't lie to you, right? This one, Yarmolenko up front, it concerns me a lot. It really does concern me. And that's where I come down on that. I don't know how you lot feel. Tell me how you lot feel, because I heard you on Gonzo's tape. I want to know yours. How do you feel? What was I going to say? Do you know what? Let's pull up the chat and let's say hello to everyone in the chat while you do that. I need to find the way to do it. If you give me a second. Again, we're using a different program today, so I'm completely lost and scared. Let me pull it up like this. This will be quicker for me. It's here. We click on this. We go like this. Give me a second. There we go. Here we go. So hello to Alan Pursan, Andy Walsh, Ben Cargill, Ben Glander, West Ham fan channel. Of course, if you haven't watched Ben's content, do. It's very good. Boogie Night, Boot Hammer, born to get busy. Chuck, Kieran James, Dave Ben, Duvet Dancer, Faux Cheesy, Gary Page, Gary Smith, Jess Watson, Hammers 99, Hammer Dan Under, Hammer's Dad, Happy Hammer 82, Irish Tommy, Jason, John A, Kevin Burling, Kev D Up, Mark Edwards, Mark English, Mixie Mitchell, OSRS, Phil McDonald, Ray Borum, Reed, Robert, Saib, Stevie, CT, Tony Bowen, Vinny N, West Ham Unofficial, another good West Ham channel you should definitely watch if you aren't already. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all well. I hope you find that this live stream finds you well. Yarmolenko will score today, says Anal B. I've just decided to say it like anal now. I've been trying to avoid it, but I've decided to just go for it. Was I being a peeping Tom again? Yeah, I was. You know, when you see like the lineups come up at the bottom like that, that were me. That bit was me. When does the game coverage start? 3 p.m. So we are currently in the watch along now. This is why it looks different. We are in watch along zone, but that will start at 3 p.m. our time, which is in about 18 minutes. If he turns out good, then he can be covered for Antonio. This is Yarmolenko again. I want to know your thoughts on Yarmolenko starting up front. That's fair. Would you then find a situation in which you think maybe we shouldn't get another striker? I don't know. I'm just thinking about it ahead of it. John Kernell, strong team, good enough to beat Donny, but we were the team who lost to Oxford and Wimbledon. Very, very true. Sharp Unad, says Peter. No. Chaz in the Madhouse, solid name for a start. Yarmo scored in the Carabao Cup, I believe. Should be enough against these. Ukraine's top goal scorer, says John A. Yarmo will be fine. Pity Odebeku can't play, says Irish Tommy, which I agree with. I think we'd all prefer to see Odebeku. Just in general, up front, you know what I mean? I think we'd all prefer to see that. We have to play the ball into his feet, or there's no point in playing Yarmolenko, says Duvet Dancer. Yarmo is Ukraine. Ben Cargo, very definitive. It's a no-loss gamble, says Born to get busy. Antonio needs a rest. Imagine an injury before we sign another striker. That would be horrendous. Let's be fair about that. An Antonio injury right now would do us in to a horrendous extent. Like the worst extent you could even begin to think about. Why are you worried about Yarmolenko? Tell him to stay up. No defending needed. Show on target. He'll get a brace. So I guess this is where my concern comes down, right? Is that if you're when I'm looking at it logically and I'm thinking, I said so by the way, thank you, Dylan. When I'm thinking about it logically, we talk about him playing, for example, here, Victor Fenn, Yarmo plays 2 up front, plays with a 2 for Ukraine. Let's see. We always discuss him as, he's played up front for Ukraine. He's done all this stuff for Ukraine. My main concern is that he is very similar to Sebastian Haller. And we know for a fact that didn't work in the system. We looked at it and we said, well, he's the wrong shape. He's the wrong player. Antonio has the pace. He has like the movement, which Haller just doesn't have. And that's my worry here, is we look at it and we say, well, in reality, I don't know how different Yarmolenko actually is. I don't. He'll shoot on sight. That's one thing I will like about Yarmolenko. The big difference between the two of them is Sebastian Haller is going to take the ball. He's going to control it. He's going to do all these different things with it. Yarmolenko is just going to get the ball. He's going to see where the goal is, and he's going to try and shoot. The problem is our strikers tend to always get the ball way too deep to be truly effective. When I look at Antonio on the pitch, I want him up front. I don't even want him to take touches outside the box, basically. I want him to be as predatory as humanly possible in that sense. And will Yarmolenko be able to do that? I don't know. And I think against Doncaster, I don't know. Let's look at Doncaster lining up. I don't really know many, if any, of these players. But Balcom, Halliday, James Anderson, Wright, Okinabri is how I'm going to say that one. Lockie Lowe, Taylor Smith, Butler, and John. Is that Cameron? Is this Cameron John who used to play for Stoke? Was it Stoke? Was it Stoke that Cameron John used to play for? I can't remember. That's what I'm wondering. Is it that Cameron John? I don't know any of those players. My concern with the Doncaster lineup, because I don't really know anything about them, is they have a blueprint. If they looked at the last game against Stockport and other games we've played, we struggle. If a team sits deep and doesn't give us space in the area, we do really struggle to break teams down. We do really struggle to score. I don't know much about Doncaster, the way they play. I would go as far as say I know nothing about Doncaster and the way they play. But in reality, if they look at it and they go, right, as long as we just lock down, as long as we just stay strong, then we have a chance here. And they're going to be better. I'm nervous for this game. No, that was Cameron Jerome. I do remember Cameron Jerome, but I'm sure there was a Cameron John. I don't know why it's in my head. I don't know why it's in my head. I saw someone else mention it. Give me a second. Where is it? Cameron Jerome again for Stoke. Stern John. That's another John. This is Will So Fly too. That is true. It could. Maybe I'm thinking of Stern John. I don't know. Someone said Jeff Cameron. I saw the word Jeff Cameron. I guess. I'm sure there was a Cameron John. I don't know why. I'm probably just being wrong. John Kernow says, are we getting a stream on the Discord? We should be, John. We should be. In the top link in the description, there is a Discord. If you click on that below, there's a section in there. You can sign up for free, get in there for free. There's a section in there called Stream Links. You should have multiple options to watch the game. If you've been here since the beginning, since the build-up show, give the video a quick little refresh, and it should then be the top link in the description because I changed it. Cameron John. I'm sure there was a Cameron John. I don't know why. I'm so obsessed with this, but I am. Schizo Bay's got to go now, but hi, Charlie. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. As always, enjoy your day and hope you enjoy the match. Cameron John is 24, played for Wolves away. Okay. I probably don't know him then. Fair enough. Thank you, Born, to get busy. Appreciate that. I just, for some reason, the name kicked off in my brain. Are you thinking of Cameron Jerome? I don't know. I do think about these sort of players a lot, though. A player the caliber of Cameron Jerome is the sort of person I do think about on a very frequent basis. So if you're new around here, if you're watching before the match gets started, I should say this, subscribe, get involved. We have lots of videos all of the time going on literally non-stop. It's very frustrating. We also like the video if you're new around here because, let's see how many we can get to. I've already said if we got to 250, I'd do one clean shaven, but I regret that. This is a thing we do. What was I going to say? The Patreon. There's a Patreon. Get involved in that. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat. That's the thing you can get involved with. Many videos on there, including matchday morning videos with Gio and Gonzo, Gio's tactics preview before every game, mine and Ray's show, 2 Spanners, 1 Hammer. There's lots of stuff going on. If you're looking for a stream for the match, it's live on the BBC website. And on the red button in the UK. And I think it's got there's a random channel. I don't remember what the channel number is. Maybe someone in the chat will be able to tell you. I don't remember what it is. It's like 900 and something. There you go. Foshizi coming through because Foshizi always knows one man. Red button, iPlayer, and Sky Channel 981. And then, if you're looking for it elsewhere, Discord link below. Top link in the description. Have a little click on that. There's a bit called Stream Links. You should be in there. Good to see you, T-Bo. How are you, sir? How are you? Afternoon, Charlie, mate. It says Chris Harris. Good to see you as well, sir. Good to see you. Right. So, we are 10 minutes away from kickoff. Gio will be here just before kickoff as well to watch it with me. We'll see what kind of stupidity we'll get up to. I don't know yet. We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. I need to find a link at some point because I haven't actually even got my link up yet. So let's start doing that, shall we? Let's start doing that. What am I looking for? You see, there we go. Let's get some score. First, actually, before we do score predictions, this is something I like to do always, just because it's fun and I miss it. I don't ask frequently enough because I keep forgetting. Let me know, where are you watching the game from today? It's a 4th round FA Cup tie. Where are you watching it? Where's your location? Food chat says Ray. Ray, we will get into it. Ray as well. Ray, if you want to come on at halftime, by the way, Ray, you're more than welcome to. I can send you the link. Let me know. I'll send you the link because it's a different link today. Because as you see, we're doing it on StreamYard. What a time to be alive. Where are we? Just before we get onto that, just a bit. T says, just a bit annoyed with R11. We can afford to lose our next league game by playing a weaker side, but we can't afford to lose today or re out. I said this in the I said this on Two Spanners, One Hammer, and in the last one. I think it was easy to set up for the last round. It was an easy one from Ways. You just put on a strong team. Everyone says you're taking the cup seriously. It puts the right vision out to the board. It was easy. This was more difficult. You've got Crystal Palace on Tuesday, and it has to show where his loyalties lie. And you've got to do rotation and that. It's still a strong squad. Let's not get that twisted. It is still a strong squad. But is it strong enough? Is it the right squad? I don't know. We'll see. So where's everyone watching from? We've got. I'm just scrolling up to see if there's any more above. Here we go. Ilford says Absterdabs. Bristol says Elder. Good to see that. Good afternoon from Trodder. So Ilford, I can click on things now. Bristol, Norway. Trondheim, Norway says Robin. Good to see you. Love that. Mianyang, China says Alan McIntosh. Whereabouts in China is that? I don't actually know. I'm woefully unprepared on the Chinese geographic knowledge. Andy's saying it started on the BBC, by the way, everyone. If you're in the UK, have a look. Barnett says Alan, good to see you as per usual. New Zealand geezer says Tim. Shout out Wellington and other such places. Perth, West Australia says Hammers Down Under, doing bits out there. What would be incredibly late or incredibly early, one or two. It must be very late for you at the moment, I think. Michigan, home in Southampton. Denmark. Yeah, Denmark. That's a Horsburg is a very Danish name as well. I love that. The Palmers in Leytonstone, of course, as per usual from Foe. That's my chat refreshes and I've lost everything. Just got done feeding the cows in Missouri, says Logan Bowser. Logan, good to see you. Of course, a Two Spanners legend. Man has a farm and stuff, you know. He does farm. He's got cows. He's got cattle. Canberra, says Evan. HK, Hong Kong is my guess. Is it Hong Kong? In a happy zone. Good. I'm glad, Mixie. I'm glad. Good to see you. Stokenchurk's Bucks, bro. Don't even know what that is. I haven't even got the foggiest. Could be anywhere. It could be next door to me and I wouldn't even know. I'm very lost. I don't even know the road names around here. I'm poor. I'm moving today. I'll be watching the game from the car, says Boothammer, living up to his name. Respect that. Don't watch while you drive, is what I'll say. Keep safe, road safety and all that. But at the same time, I respect it. Cornwall, Bristol, India Head, Saskatchewan, Canada. So Stephen and Lessett Broomfield. Love that. Canada. Big up. Detroit, Sydney, Barking, Essex. I was going to watch it here. I'm very glad, Ty, and thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, it's on the BBC. It's on the BBC if you're interested in the UK. My missus keeps telling me not to be negative when I say I'm worried. She clearly doesn't know West Ham, says Alan. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I have many conversations with my mum about this sort of stuff as well. You know, it is what it is. The Ukraine, says Mike Olo. New Zealand, in studio off Brick Lane, says Adrian. Brick Lane, fancy. Not fancy, but just, you know, my mum would call it trendy or hip. Halftime chat is the best. Good, Bray. I'll send you the link. My front room, Charlie says, Andy Walsh, good to see it. Mayang, China again. Brisbane, it's 2:51 a.m. I did think it would be very late. That's an American Hammer show, that is. Live casino and hotel, Hanover, Maryland. In a casino. In a casino and hotel. Unless that's the town name, which would be wild. Barcelona, says Dave Ben. Good to see you from New Jersey, says Ryan. Look at all these places. This is just hype. Berlin, Brighton, Southend, Almira, Brighton, Nice, Annecy, France, Nottingham, Romford, New York, Billericay, Atlantic Ocean. On my float, says Ben Cargill. Out there. How'd you get? Is it 4G then? Is it 4G on the float? So many flipping. Just no. Charlie, what's Tom's channel name? Why don't you do watch along anymore? He's busy doing his own channel, Athers32. Go check it out. Athers32 or type in Tom Atherton, you should find it. Good FIFA videos. The Southeast Saskatchewan pandas. Is that a place or just the animal? Love pandas. One of the best. Kerry, Sydney, Harrow, Middlesex. Slogging away on a night shift, says Tim Redshaw. Well, I'm glad we can help you through it, hopefully. Canada, Jack mate's here. Good to see Jack. Hope things are well with you, bro. I've been listening to the podcast you did with what's his name, Sean Atwood. It's an absolute banger. If you haven't listened to that, go check that out. Jack mate's Happy Hour, of course, on Spotify. So Plasto, big people just doing big bits. Loads of people. And where will you be watching the game from, Geo Mackie?
my seat that I'm currently sat on right now, right in the northeast of Scotland on channel 981. I've gone for the dodgy channel.
Go for the. I respect it. I respect it.
I can assure you there is no boobs on the TV. Cambodia's not been born yet.
Well, there we go. There's the joke. You're welcome, everyone. That's the joke you've been waiting for. We're here. It's arrived.
We have no standards.
No, listen. I would say we have standards. They're just very low. There's a difference. There's a difference.
I like that.
Let me lob something at you. Right. I'm concerned about Yarmolenko playing up front.
No, I'm not. I'm a Yarmolenko fanboy over here.
I like Yarmolenko a lot. I've not got a problem with Yarmolenko. I really like Yarmolenko. I'm just scared about him playing up front because I think it's the exact same as Sebastian Haller.
Yeah, I get that. I think there's an issue with the system, I guess. Will it suit him? Are we going to ask him to run about a lot? Because that's not happening if it is. But he's got goals in him. I do think he's probably one of our most efficient goal scorers, if you like. I bet his conversion rate is probably one of the best at the club when he's given one-on-ones and half decent chances. I bet his conversion rate is really good in comparison to most other players at the club.
I would back that. I think the big difference between him and Haller in terms of like front coverage is he's going to shoot. He's not going to look for the pass. That's not Yarmolenko. That's not his deal. When he has the ball, he's going to look for the shot. Whereas Haller is going to do other things. I'm just concerned that it's just, I don't know. I think I've heard all this Haller stuff for so long that my brain's just looking at Yarmolenko and thinking it's the same.
Yeah. The thing is, he's our best technical player. I think if you were to drop a ball from 60 yards, you've got a crane 60 yards in the air and drop the ball, and all the players would stand under it. Which player would bring it down neatest? I think it would be Yarmolenko. He's who'd have. Yes, T knows what we're talking about. Before we disappear, before people disappear, Charlie, and the game's obviously on BBC One. Bin off your commentary, mute your commentary, put your headphones in. Me and Charlie are here for the game. Listen to the West Ham fans. Interact with us in live chat the duration of the game. Sack off whoever's doing the BBC stuff because they're not as good as Ali McCoist. I'm not as good as Ali McCoist, but at least we've got the English and Scottish combination going on, just like Amazon. Exactly. That commentary was superb the other night.
Oh, it was. I said I was saying it at the time on the watch along. The second I knew Ali McCoist was on it. That's my favorite thing about the Amazon stuff has been Ali McCoist. I can't lie. I mean, being able to watch it on my computer on not an illegal dodgy stream has also been quite nice. But specifically, Ali McCoist is very, very good. First of all, £5 from James Gunn. Thank you so much, sir. Gio, I'm annoyed at you. You said channel 198, went downstairs to put West Ham and the whole family and Nan in the room. 198 on RTV is Babe Station. James is confirming it's Babe Station.
I'm annoyed at him because that is not adhering to COVID restrictions. Why is Nan around? Why is Nan round? Nan's not maybe round.
Well, to be fair, if he lives with Nan, then it's fine.
Well, yeah, possibly, that's true then. And I suggest that he doesn't.
Unless she rocked up for the match, she wants to see Doncaster get blapped.
Maybe she's a big hammer.
Maybe. Gee, I'll let you explain that.
Oh, Dylan. Bird answers phone with knockers out and speaks on phone whilst got her knockers out.
On camera as well, it should be said.
For a large amount of money, like, £5 a minute kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Just in case you haven't seen the lineups, here they are one more time. Fabianski, Fredericks, Balbuena, Diop Johnson, Noble, Souček, Fornals, Lanzini, Benrahma, and then Yarmolenko up front. And then Doncaster's, I don't know anything about. Balcom, Halliday, James, Anson, Wright. Okinabri is what I've gone with, Gio. I don't know if that's correct, but I've gone with it regardless. Lakilo, Taylor Smith, Butler, and Cameron John. Gio, do you remember, was there a player in the Premier League at any point called Cameron John?
Played for Norwich.
Norwich? We've got Norwich now.
That's him, right? It is him, right?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure out. Logan Bowser with the $4.99. Thank you very much.
Just to confirm, the game's kicked off. Charlie, are you watching at the same minute as me? Are you behind or what?
I'm slightly behind. I'm on the BBC. What are you watching on?
I'm about to say, are you watching the BBC on an illegal stream?
No, I'm watching it on the website.
Oh, I'm watching Sky 981. I'm on Babe Station stuff here.
If you pause it, I know you can't pause it. Just leave.
I just won't react.
Don't worry about it. React, bro. Be natural. That's what
All right, I'll react. Then you can look at what I'm reacting about.
Yeah, like 20 minutes later, it'd be great. Don't worry about it. 20 minutes later, don't worry about it. They've just taken the knee on my screen for context of how far behind I'm.
Yeah. Anyway, listen. I want to take responsibility for this, Charlie, because this was your thing. This was Charlie's thing, because we're using a different software for this tonight, so we can get your comments on the screen during it. Charlie prefers the other software, which has a timer but has no comments. So Charlie's compromise. He's gone with the way I want to do it. So we're not going to have a timer tonight. It's my fault, and that's the way it is.
Comment from Tartan Geo.
Oh, for God's sake.
I don't know. Maybe someone's not happy. Maybe someone's not happy.
Go!
For who? For who, Jeff?
For Pablo Fornals. 1-0.
For that.
96 seconds. They're running at Fornals. I thought it was an old goal at the start, but we'll get the replay. 90 seconds in. It's 1-0 West Ham. Ha ha! Come on! I like watch-alongs. I was a bit unsure until that happened.
Well, welcome. The Doncaster are currently on the ball for me, so...
Yeah, it's a Fornals goal. It's a Pablo Fornals goal. Fornals gives it to Yarmolenko, who comes down the right-hand side with it. Then Fredericks on the overlap. Lovely ball to Fredericks. Pulls it back. Pablo Fornals, smart finish. Sort of takes off the foot of Ben Rama. It looks like they're both away to hit it, but Fornals takes it. Fantastic finish, actually. That's the one thing he's been missing in his game. And what a goal that is.
Dreams of Pablo fornication. What a time to be alive.
Tell you what, Charlie, that's a Yarmolenko, Ryan Fredericks partnership. One of my favourite partnerships at the club, them two down that right-hand side. We don't see it. We won't see it with Soufal now as well. But I thought they've always linked up well, those two. And evidence.
I've just seen the goal as well. And it's actually really well done. I saw a stat the other day, right, about players who've created the most XG from open play. And Ryan Fredericks was high. He was in like the top 15 in the league. And you can see why. Like Yarmolenko there plays a really nice outside of the foot pass through to Fredericks, but it's just the pace to get onto the end of anything, I think, and then just put it in the area and you'll see what happens. You don't always have to put it up in the air to try and get someone to header it. I mean, we don't have many people who can header it on the pitch. Just put it across Lard and Ho, and I think that's the way to success. 1-0. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff.
Calms the nerves. Calms my nerves. My nerves are calm now, Charlie.
Yeah, mine are as calm as they ever are. I'm a highly strong individual. Do you know what I mean? That's how I live my life. Show us the game. Says Jai, we cannot. Otherwise, Mrs. YouTube Susan will come and slap us up with a big old copyright ban. She won't be about it. It's on the BBC, on iPlayer if you're in the UK. It's on 918 on Sky. And it's in the Discord link below. If you click on the Discord link below, there's a bit in there called Streamlinks. Click on that. There's options to how to watch it if you're elsewhere in the world. Just don't tell the copyright, please.
Yeah, don't fall for this, people that say it's 1-1. I can assure you, I'm watching it live. I will keep you up to date if it goes 1-1. It's not gone 1-1. There's none of that around here. Pesky stuff.
Liar.
Lying.
Welcome.
Fishing. Naughty.
Do you know what? So you don't experience this, right, Gio? But what you'll notice in the live chat is the absolute hype of when Russ turns up. Now, you won't have experienced this.
No, I haven't.
Russ obviously works in the ground, right?
Yes.
And he sees the goal before anyone. So usually when there's a goal, he'll tell us there's a goal before there's a goal and just be someone might have scored. And then everyone loses their minds. It's always an exciting time. So we'll see.
So it's basically a race of Russ against the BBC.
Yeah. Usually he'll win because it'll be me by myself on a dodgy street. But
to be fair, Russ and the BBC, bit of competition there. It's not as good as our new board member, Eva, and the BBC.
That was Gio Mackie, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Told you, standards low.
Chaz and Madhouse says he missed the goal signing up to the BBC. Asks how it was.
That's what Eva signed up for as well.
Okay, well, it was good. It was grand. Yarmolenko collects the ball on the right-hand side, plays a through ball to Fredericks on the overlap. Plays it low across the books, low and hard if we're going in that level, Gio. And Pablo Fornals follows up and just slots it home. Good goal.
It was a good goal. That's the type of... sometimes you play like sort of lower league games. Yeah. You'll score goals that you might not score in the Premier League. That finish is a Premier League finish. If that was like against Fulham, that ball coming in Fornals hit it like that, it would have still went in. It was not really... It was a really good goal.
Yeah, I agree. And this was what I was trying to say against Stockport. It didn't really work because of the pitch, I think. But I think a lot of the time when Premier League teams come up against lower league opposition, they tend to overcomplicate it, make it more difficult than it need be. I think if you keep the ball on the ground and zip the ball around passing quick enough, most lower league sides aren't going to be able to deal with a Premier League side doing that to them. And I think that's what you saw there. Quick passing, quick incisive play. And that's all you need. It doesn't need to be complicated. Just play quick passes and you will beat them. I'm a lot more confident about this game now all of a sudden. Ryan Fredericks just tried to dribble in the box. And do you see how many Doncaster players were back? Literally 10 in the box. It was great. Is this being streamed to YouTube as well? Seems a bit laggy on Twitter. It is Chaz and Madhouse. Go to the Hammers Chat YouTube account and you'll find it there.
YouTube.com/Hammers Chat. Search us on the YouTube app. Whatever. You'll find us. We're there.
You'll find us. Fornals to score 7 goals tonight. That's a bold claim. It's a bold prediction. He has just come close again, though. Or was that him? I think it was. It doesn't matter. Someone came close. We're looking sharp. Anyone still worried? Asks Mixie.
Not yet. But I'm waiting for this, Charlie. I'm waiting for a gravity-defying cross. Actually, I'm waiting for this Reece James bloke to pop up with a gravity-defying cross. I'm a bit disappointed. I don't even know what he looks like, so I'm not even sure when it's him that's on the ball. Do you know what I mean? Now, I could do with his shirt number or something.
I don't even know where he plays.
No,
you'll find his shirt number quite easily. It's number 3, so I assume left back.
Well, I don't know, because the Doncaster boy in the build-up told us he plays everywhere, so it didn't really help, did it? He's not played left back.
You mentioned Halliday playing at right back. But then when I was on Who Scored earlier, trying to find, because when I was typing them up, I went on Who Scored to try and figure out like the actual formation, if I could put it in the lineup as like the formation. But Halliday was playing DM last time, so God knows what's going on there.
Oh, well, I use Soccerway. Soccerway. I use that for the stats. That's why I got my fingers burnt there. Harry Parker seems to think that James is playing in defensive midfield. So the guy, I can see him now, actually. It looks like he's got a bit of hair on him. That's wonderful. So the best crosser of the ball is in the middle of the pitch.
He's got a bit of hair on him.
Yeah, but he's got big hair on him. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It looks quite good from here. I need to zoom in on Reece James.
Fair.
He's got gravity-defying hair.
Fair.
He's got red boots. Anyone watching on TV, he's got the red boots in the middle of the pitch.
Do you ever see that interview? Who was it? What was his name? There's a player who used to play he was playing for LA Galaxy. He was a centre mid. He was pretty good. I can't remember his name, but he got really criticised. He wasn't getting criticised, but you know when a player gets a fancy haircut and everyone goes, "Oh, he got a fancy haircut," whatever. He got like this, like he had his like afro, like bleached blonde, and he got like there was loads of comments about it. And then there was an interview after where they were like, "Why did you get your hair cut like that?" And he went, "Oh, because my nan and granddad come to the game, but they always say they can't tell which player on the pitch I am, so I just bleached my hair blonde so they could see." It's just Sometimes the easy answers are the ones that are the correct.
So you're telling me that this geezer's grew his hair for about 3 months so that his granddad could see him on the telly?
I'm saying they've broken into the ground potentially. Lanzini.
Well, I just hope it's not James Gunn's nan, because she's just seen some titties on the TV while he's been trying to see football on.
He's having a wild day.
It's a bit different.
He's having a different day. Which I'll tell you what, we're stretched. Lanzini did well again there.
Yeah,
we're doing all right. We're finding spaces and we're attacking a hell of a lot quicker than we usually do.
There's no nerves. There's no nerves about us. We're moving the ball back really nicely. We're pulling Doncaster all over the pitch really, and this is the difference between this and Stockport is the playing. So, Yarmolenko with a volley. That was close. That was a good strike. I like that.
Why didn't Martin start if Randolph was injured? Gio, you're more likely to know now.
I don't know, mate. He's not even on the bench. Martin's not even on the bench. Trott's on the bench. So I don't know. I assume he's also injured. He's probably offended by David Gold calling him Martin and not David.
Probably. He's refused. It's a bit of, to be fair, I prefer seeing Trott play. I think if he does end up coming on, like I think Fabianski's there just to make sure we're safe. And then if we need a goalkeeper to come on, I'd prefer it be Trott than David Martin. Like it's not, and I like David Martin. Don't get me wrong. It's just a case of like, realistically, he needs the game time at some point. And if he's not out on loan, we need to get him in somewhere. Yarmolenko. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't see much. Is there really much ability between David Martin and Nathan Chalk anyway? It's not like David Martin's a fantastic keeper. He had a nice little run in our team because Roberto was that bad. He did okay, and that was it. You know, he wasn't amazing. He made a big howler one game. Was it Burnley? He tried to pass to Balbuena. He passed like Balbuena ran off and he passed it, and Chris Wood was just standing there and he gave it to Chris Wood. I think it was Burnley. He did a short pass and really botched it up. Yeah, he really messed up. So he only played about a handful of games and he still made an error that big.
Discord link, the Hescol link not working, says Stevie C. Post it in general. Someone should see it. Because I'm not on there alone. IronX, thank you very much for the $1.99. Where's your biscuits? Do you have biscuits? Do you have biscuits?
I don't have any. No, I've ate my Whisper Gold though.
It's not a biscuit as such, but I do have a Milky Way Galaxy.
Oh, mate, they're underrated. That's like top tier chocolate. That
top tier chocolate. It's a beautiful thing. We usually get them in. We usually order them in, and then there is basically a race between me and my girlfriend about who eats as many first, and I lose frequently. I lose frequently. They're a top tier chocolate though. They are underrated massively. I can't lie. I cannot lie. It's a beautiful thing.
Mate,
this is a much better performance so far from Doncaster, by the way.
Have you seen this? Commentator in the US is this West Ham or Barcelona? I mean, we're playing well, but we're playing better than Barcelona do this season, to be fair.
Good to see you, Adam, by the way. I think listen, I'm just saying they've had a great downfall recently. It wouldn't surprise me if they were playing. You know how people always go like when you start like a new career mode on FIFA or whatever, and you pick a crap team like Stoke or something, and you try to make them play like Barcelona. It feels like Barcelona are trying to do the opposite at the moment, and they're just all over the shop. They're trying to be like Stoke.
Did you say they pick a crap team like Stoke?
I did.
I love that, mate. I love that. Thank you. Topical joke between you and Charlie there. Thank you.
You know, I'm just putting out there. Good to see you, Adam. Good to see you.
Yeah, I agree with the Jazzers comment here, Charlie. Pitch makes a huge difference. Because against Stockport, we just couldn't play football. We just couldn't do anything. The pitch was awful. The weather was awful. Today, conditions look all right. The pitch is also really nice, and we are using the pitch well. We're moving the ball about really, really well so far. No complaints so far. I'm feeling confident. Moyes is looking pretty calm on the touchline as well. The players are putting in a good shift, actually. We're chasing down everything. We're not giving them any time on the ball. Johnson, Ben Rama, Yarmolenko, they're all closing down pretty quickly. It's really impressive so far. We're only 13 and a half minutes in. Someone asked what time I'm on 13 and a half minutes, and I think we're playing fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're doing really well. Like, it's just the different. It is the pitch is a huge difference, and it's just a bigger pitch as well, which helps. Because after I always remember, like when I think about pitch sizes, I always remember. I can't remember who it was. It was Brentford versus someone. Was it Brentford? Maybe it was a Halifax game. I went to a match at Wembley. It was either like a Johnston's Paint Trophy final or whatever the FA Trophy final or something like that, right? And it was two lower league teams. It was either Brentford or Halifax. I can't remember which one. But I vividly remember everyone was in like the formation you'd expect them to be, but the pitch was so much bigger than they were used to that the pitch was like here, and the whole team would just shift around perfectly because I was up in the gods because I ain't paying that expensive for a ticket. And I just remember seeing it. And it's that sort of vibe of like, it's so different playing on a pitch that's ever so slightly bigger. And I remember actually when we went to, do you remember when I did the Iron Men thing and I did the interviews with the players? And I remember them talking about like how much bigger the pitch felt because of where the stands were and stuff like that, and how much different that just makes your mindset happen. Which shows
James Collins basically said they kept whacking out a play because of the carpet. And I know it's not really the same thing, but it does just show it does change for football and stuff. Diop was lucky not to get booked there, but now he's down injured and stuff. He took out a Doncaster player just aside that. The game's paused now due to an injury to Issa Diop, and Ben Johnson's having a little complaint.
Is it the same Darren Moore, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's Darren Moore. It's West Brom's Darren Moore. Yeah, the one that I thought he did all right with West Brom actually, and he's doing quite well with Doncaster. And this is why I think Doncaster will be quite good. He's managed in the Premier League. He's He's going to have aspirations to come back to the Premier League. This is an audition for Darren Moore. If he can't get promoted with Doncaster this year, considering doing quite well, playing some good football, he might fancy a Championship job next season or something like that. There's plenty of them popping up at the minute. You know, Cardiff just sacked the manager yesterday. Already got Mick McCarthy in. Sheffield Wednesday are currently looking for a new manager, so he'll be using this as an addition, I think. At the minute in the break and play, he's got his team over. He's very interactive with them all, talking to them all one-on-one and stuff. I thought Darren Moore's all right. He's someone I'd like to see do well, actually.
I like him as well. $5 Australian, I assume that is, from Dallas.
Aussie.
Oi. Get yourself some proper biscuits. Get some Tim Tams, mate. I've never had a Tim Tam. I'm a big biscuit boy, but I've never had a Tim Tam. I saw someone else mentioning the chocolate pretzels flips. Have you heard of flips? Flips are beautiful. Have you ever had them? You go into your local supermarket, right? They come in those, you get like those pouches of chocolate that are like £1 sometimes. You can get them for cheap. You get like flake ones or this butter.
Yeah.
What you get, those flips, chocolate pretzels. Oof. It's big, Gio. It's big. I attribute at least 40% of my weight to specifically flips. Flips are great.
I will take your recommendation on board when I'm next in the shop, peering over my mask.
There you go. Just having a little gander. Apparently, he has orange boots. I've not noticed him yet. I've been struggling to find him.
They look red from here. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to cause a fight. I don't want to have an argument about the colour of the boots, but they look red.
See, look, here you go. I can't act like I don't disagree. As they are.
Wait, hang on, no, wait. Your missus is behind you. Read that out and then say you don't disagree.
She just left the room. I'm safe, mate. I'm safe. I'm safe. Flips are better than sex, bro. She probably agree. It's a banger. It's a banger. Flips are beautiful. To be fair, she introduced them to me, so they're Australian penguins. I do love a penguin. Gee, I've got a question for you. You're going into a zoo. What's the first animal you want to go see?
None of them. I don't like zoos.
What do you mean you don't like zoos?
I don't like zoos. Keeping them capture.
Yeah, but you can get good zoos where it's like bigger, innit?
No, I don't like them. But if I'm forced,
if you're forced, go on.
A personal choice is either the penguins or the squirrel monkeys, the spider monkeys.
Oh, penguins was my choice, but the spider monkeys is interesting. I like that. That's a good shout.
I love a spider monkey. Things. Is it London that they run white? They run free, don't they? You go in there.
Yeah, and they're just about. Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk like in, and it's like a jungly bit, and they're just around doing things.
Yeah. I had to go. Went to the Edinburgh one not long ago because I had to go see the pandas, innit?
Oh yeah.
Just sat and ate carrots and bamboo, then went for a kip. To be fair, I could respect it.
You know what I mean? I went last time I went to the London one, and they're like, "Where the lions? They're asleep." I'm like, "Fair play, do your thing, bruv. You go, just have a big nap. I respect it. I don't need to see you. It's all right. It's right. Man, the armadillos are next level.
Have you seen what Dylan just wrote?
Do you know That took a turn I wasn't expecting.
That's it. This has escalated quickly.
I don't know that, Dylan. I mean, I do now, and I think everyone on the stream knows now, unfortunately, but I didn't know before.
Much. No need for that. Jesus. Thank you.
Hammer's chat, watch along on the monitor game on a smartphone, need to sort out my priorities. Probably
Stevie, you got that bang on, Stevie C. That's what it's all about. Stick with us. It's good.
Also, it means if there's a replay and you see stuff, you can just hold the phone like real close to your face. That's what I have to do because I'm blind AF. Orangutans.
Anyway, for a little bit of the game, we're just breaking here. We're looking good at the minute. Ben Ram and Lanzini linking up. So check, pinging out to Ryan Fredericks. He's getting a lot of space down this right stand side. Fredericks is doing well today. Ball in from Fredericks, cleared out. Noble's picked up. We're going back. They just can't get out at the minute, Charlie. Doncaster is under siege. They are struggling. We are going after, beautiful by Lanzini to Yarmolenko. Ben Rama, it's gone to the keeper. We're playing good football, Charlie. Good football. This is sexy stuff.
I am happy with us so far. I'm happy. I can't lie. I was real concerned because I felt like they just had a blueprint to follow. They just look at the Stockport game and go, right, we do that and then we'll be able to do well here. But I think the pitch is making a big difference and they're nowhere near as well organised as Stockport were.
We We need a second goal to really calm the nerves because we know football's like, oh, Balbuena's come out of defence as he always does and he's just lost it. So they're breaking on us now. They've got a bit of a chance. This geezer needs to cross it. He's crossed it. We've got away. Okay, we've cleared it. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, I think Fredericks has been our best player so far, actually. I think Ben Rama's getting into the game a bit more, though. Now it's getting a bit end-to-end this last few minutes, Charlie. It's getting a bit end-to-end stuff. They've had a go. Now we're sort of trying to counter-attack and stuff. It's good. I'm enjoying this game.
Where can you see the matches, Johnny Felix? You can see it on, if you're in the UK, it's on the BBC. It's on iPlayer. It's on the red button on channel 981 on Sky. And if you're elsewhere, Discord, link below, top link. Click on that. There's a bit called Stream Links, and there's options in there for you to watch it. People saying Ben Rama's looking good. I agree. I think he's him and Lanzini are linking up quite well.
The shackles are off, Charlie. I think Moyes has given them a bit of creative freedom today, a little bit. Doncaster are struggling to get a hold of either of them, actually. And when they are getting within 5-6 yards of one another, they're doing nice passing. This is what I used to like about Lanzini, Payet, and Noble in the last season up to Park. They used to trust each other. So they had an opponent behind them. It's like, I don't care. Have the ball. I trust you. Do something with it. And we were able to do that. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that today with Lanzini and Ben Rama.
I agree. I think it's just, and this is the game I really hope Ben Rama has a banger. Just to put it in Moyes' mind. Because I think Moyes, like, he's got to have, at some point, he's going to have to trust him because he's going to be here for at least over a year. Both of them are going to be here until at least the end of next season, you would imagine, right? So, like, at some point, he's going to have to start trusting him to, like, really sort of let loose. And I really hope in this game he can prove to Moyes, like, I can do this. Because I think Moyes, as much as I criticize Moyes, once he's had something proved to him, he's not going to, in terms of player selection, he's not going to, continue to do the same stupid stuff. So that's what I want to see. I want to see Ben Rama have a banging game and then make it so Moyes goes, okay, I know I can trust this guy with whatever he's done.
A good play by West Ham. Ben Rama down the left, just crossed it, cleared out. Not the best pass by Ben Rama there, but bits and pieces outside the box again, Charlie.
You'll have to see it. You have to show. Just convert him to a strike. Get David Martin up front.
Nothing to lose.
Do you know what I mean? It's worked for other people. Why not? Do you remember when James Collins played up front like once or twice? Just get it going. I remember him scoring against Chelsea with a header as Bans. Let's go.
Mad. We actually do things like that. Who was it? Collins Bilic once subbed on as striker.
I think it was, yeah.
He literally warming up and we're like, why are we doing a defensive sub? We need a goal. And actually, he literally come on up front and we're like, oh my god, this is what I think he had Kayati up front at one point as well. I think he stuck Czech up front just for 20 minutes in the game to get a goal.
I sort of have vague recollections of me and you having a conversation because you used to get very frustrated when Bilic would just lob on striker after striker. And I sort of have a vague recollection of you going, now he's bringing on other people with strikers. I sort of have this vague recollection of you being like so frustrated by it and just screaming.
When he used to bring on strikers though, he didn't change the formation. So he would take off like Victor Moses at right wing back and bring on some like Jelavic, but Jelavic would play right wing back. And like, what's the point in that? Now you've got someone out of position. It's all very well bringing on strikers, but at least put them up front or something.
Just lob them on, bro. Just lob them on. Get them on there.
Just throw on strikers. Anyway, Doncaster got a corner in. It comes headed down and cleared up Fredericks. Comfortable enough. Don't know what Doncaster were doing there. There seemed to be no one in the middle around the penalty spot, which is strange.
I mean, I really hope Diop has a good game as well. Thinking about it, I'm really concerned about Diop's future. I'm concerned because I think even if we sell him, we'll get 15 million for him. But like, I don't know. I just look at it as such a missed opportunity. It just concerns me. I'm also a bit shocked Moyes doesn't put more into him, if I'm being honest.
I don't know. It's difficult in here. What I hope, though, I hope it says to people at the club that sell them. Like when you want, don't be afraid to sell these players, because if we'd sold them for 50 million 2 summers ago, we'd have been laughing at this point. If he was playing like this for the new club, we'd be thinking, wow, we mugged them off. But we've always had this fear of selling a player. It doesn't matter who it is. A player gets linked to a move away, and in the nose are quickly banging out stories. We'll not sell this player, we'll not sell that player, blah, blah, blah. Well, actually, there's nothing wrong with selling players. Just why are you panicking? Like the Markovic thing is a prime example. We went into mayhem and knocked 15 million off his transfer value.
Yeah, I think it's the mixture of like us losing big name players in the past for various reasons, and then at the same time the constants of we are no longer a selling club statement, and it sort of makes us go when something happens. Whereas I think the only reason I'm scared about Diop leaving is just because I'm just like, we're going to end up selling him for so much less than he could be if we put a bit more into him. And I think it's just bad. In my opinion, it's just bad business in a way. You look at it and you go, do you get 15 million for him? Or if we'd put like more into him, then he could have gone.
Oh my God, Marky Noble. Oh, he just brought up he just intercepted Charlie, went on a surging 15-yard run. Wait till you see this from Mark Noble. Now he's fucking fuming. He is not a happy man. He feels he should have a free kick there, but what a run he made. Wait till you see this run from Mark Noble, Charlie. Keep an eye on it. Oh, he's rolling back the years up against League One opposition.
I'm hyped to see it. I can't wait.
Oh, just you wait. Oh, he's really not happy. Marky Noble.
He's on the ball now, but he's not dribbling yet. No, he's past.
Oh, he comes running right down the middle of the pitch.
He's past it.
Just you wait till he intercepts the move and then does his run. He just goes for it. Mark Noble just gets a new
Here he goes. God. Too good for England. Let's go.
He's only just good enough for League One. Here we are.
He made a lung bursting run from the center of the pitch to about the D before sort of running straight into two defenders and then going.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who else made a lung-busting run to the D. Eva. I'm not even sorry. I'm not even sorry.
I thought a better way. Instead of you going, I'll go.
No, don't do this to me. I don't like him. And then come back. Oh, show me a replay of his run here. Look at this from Martin Noble. Rolling back the years.
Terrible. Yeah. Just get him off now. He's done his bit. Tired. Legs are going.
He's doing fine. Everyone's playing fine. It is like we are up against League One side. I think we're making them look like a League One side. The only player I'm not being impressed by so far is Diop. I think he's been iffy on a couple of occasions.
Fair. Andy Smith just got off work. Who scored? It was Pablo Fornals. Ryan Fredericks with the assist through ball to Ryan Fredericks down the wing from Yarmolenko. Pulls it back across for Fornals, who slots it in. I'm getting the replay now. Look at him go. Look at him. Oh, what an exciting player Mark Noble is to watch. What a man. Just doing all kinds of footballing manoeuvres. Quadruple H, of course, that's Triple H's dad. Good times. Sorry, I got distracted there. Got distracted by the chat. Ugh.
We're just knocking a ball about outside Doncaster's box now. Noble just trying to throw the ball for Fredericks, didn't quite work. But we're getting lots of time in the sort of halfway between the halfway line and their box in that 35-yard from goal area. We're getting plenty of time on the ball. We're moving the ball about really nicely. It's just about finding that final pass. They're picking up good spaces out wide. Fredericks, Ben Rammer, they're getting in good spaces. I would like to see Ben Johnson getting forward a little bit more if he could. I know he's not left-footed, but just to stretch the play a little bit.
Yeah,
I do want a second goal though, because I feel comfortable at the moment, but you always get a little bit nervous because there's only one goal in it. Lanzini and Ben Rammer again trying to link up, just not quite working, Charlie.
What's the position of Fornals and Lanzini to you?
I think like in this game.
Yeah,
I think the three of them, Ben Rammer's on the left, but I'd say Fornals is on the right and Lanzini's in number 10 role. I think that's like on paper, that's what it looks like. But I think during play, they're interchanging. Fornals is popping up on the left, Ben Rammer's popping up in the middle. And I like it. I think that's the way we should be for this game. In the Premier League, it's a bit more less forgiving, a bit riskier because they get the ball and break at you, you're in trouble. But in this game, it's good. I
agree. Like, I think, in other... I don't know if Moyes would let them do this in a Premier League game, but they've clearly been given a sort of free roam. But the Ronaldinho, I always think about it in my head. Just a free roll just behind the striker, do sort of move wherever you want and just to do things. Now, obviously, I'm not saying any of them are Ronaldinho, but, Ben Rama.
Ben Rama just had a decent strike there at 20 yards out. Bit of pace on it right down the middle of the goal. Comfortable enough save, but it's good. Ben Rama's one of those players, he has a shot and it goes all right. He encourages him to have another one kind of thing. I like that about him. He's got a little bit of arrogance about him that he'll just keep on going. And Yarmolenko's got it as well. I think some other players in our team put their head down a bit if their first shot's not so good.
Yeah. Epic Elite Games. Go on, Donny. If you're a Doncaster fan, let me know how you think you're going. Are you happy with the way you're set up? Do you think you're underplaying over? Like, give me some Doncaster opinions from a Doncaster perspective from Epic Elite Games. Also, what a name, Epic Elite.
Go! 2-0.
Oh,
Yarmolenko, Andre Yarmolenko, striker, Charlie, striker. The man has scored. Andre Yarmolenko with the goal. Martin Noble, he gives it to Ben Rama, turns, gives it. It's a bad pass, actually, but then Doncaster give it straight back to Ben Rama. Lovely ball through to Yarmolenko, who dinks it over the oncoming goalkeeper. Really nice finish from Yarmolenko. Nice run, nice assist from Ben Rama. The weight in the pass is beautiful. Lovely finish. Really nice team goal, Charlie. Yarmolenko, striker, telling you. David Sullivan is buzzing. Saved himself 20 million quid looking for a new striker. He's there.
Ben Rama through to Yarmolenko. Oh, a little cheeky.
Sexy, isn't it?
Cheeky dink. You got to respect it. You've got to respect it.
Ben Rama assist as well. That's good. Yeah,
I agree.
Mr. Moyes, that guy can provide goals. Mr. Moyes, that guy can score goals. Oh, there we are. We got a little bit of Thomas Muller in the chat here.
So he rocked up. Where am I seeing it? What am I looking at? I'm missing it.
No, they are that comment.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Remember Thomas Muller? Robert Lewandowski?
Lewandowski? Yeah.
Lewandowski? And he's sitting there waiting for him and like, Oh,
that assist from Ben Rama's paying as well. The sort of like through ball, but just calm. Like, it's almost like he takes it just completely in his stride. He doesn't even move. It just sort of through.
Yeah, his first pass isn't even that bad. It looks like Lanzini misses it, or Fornals. It looks like Lanzini or Fornals misjudges the first pass, but it's poor defending from the Doncaster player, to be fair. He just kicks it straight back at Ben Rama. He's under no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
He could just trap the ball, but he doesn't. He just kicks it.
Yarmolenko.
There we go.
There you go. That's the one, isn't it?
That's it.
Good CJ. That's a good goal. That's a really good goal. Again, just doing the things you need to do, just passing it, just getting a nice. And they're not going to be able to deal with that. Moyes has made the right decision, just giving them a free roll and just going, have at it. Just do what you want to do. It just makes sense against this team.
Yeah,
we never do it in the Premier League, but
yeah, I've been very, very impressed by the way we played off the ball. We're chasing everything down, Charlie, and on the ball, we're creative. We're passing the ball about. We're trusting each other. We're trying to create stuff. I've not seen us play like this all season, really. Actually, because in the Premier League, we're a lot more reserved, a lot more defensive, and trying to play counter-attacking football. And tonight, we're not going to be allowed to play counter-attacking football. I think we've almost embraced it a little bit and said, right, well, we're going to have to change the way we play, and I think we've done that.
Yeah, I completely agree. Because that's the thing, is like, and that's my frustration with Moyes in other games in the Premier League, where we face teams who aren't going to let us play counter-attacking. We still tend to just play counter-attacking football, and it's a much different level of opposition, to be fair to David Moyes. But this, we haven't even bothered doing that. We're just completely in control of this game. We're just passing the ball around. We're waiting for the opportunities. Yarmolenko, Lanzini, Ben Rama, Fornals, they're all linking up really well. Movement, it's good. It's good. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, Gio. I'm enjoying a game of football from West Ham United. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm scared. I'm confused.
It's nice, isn't
it? DS doesn't have to buy a striker, but has to pay for a trip to Old Trafford or Anfield. He's won, but at what cost? At what cost? It's about 40k, isn't it? I think. Is that what
50?
50k.
Decent part was 50k. Charlie, you can't just dismiss 10k.
It's disgraceful from me.
We only have an income of about 190 million. You can't just be dismissing £10,000 like that.
I know. I'm sorry, David. If you see this, I'm sorry. Sitting in the box. Maybe he's got us on the little screens they have in the director's box to watch the match on. Maybe he's got us on that and then he's watching the game live. Who knows?
Oh, they had the game today. They earlier on, it showed you bits of the ground, and they usually show you the directors, but didn't show you anyone. So I don't know. If
I didn't see him. I didn't see him. They must not have either.
I did wonder if they were showing us director's box. I couldn't work out if it was a director's box or not. They were showing us, which was empty.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I thought it was, but it could have easily have been. Well, what year was on it? It was 1985 was on it. 1895, wasn't it? I think was the year that was shown, which would mean it'd be on the far left, which would mean it'd be in one of the corporate boxes as opposed to the direct.
Why would they just show you that random thing, though?
Ask the director at the BBC. I don't know. I don't know. We've been in that box. It's fancy.
Ooh, nearly a goal for Doncaster. I say nearly. It was a comfortable catch for Fabianski, and then a free kick, dropped it in, a bit of head tennis between the two teams, and then I don't know who it was. Might have been Reece James. The guy had a bit of hair on him. Flicked a header towards the goal, but it was comfortable enough for Fabianski there. It looked worse than it actually was.
Speaking of head tennis, did you see that Watford? I think what's it like being in the Championship?
Yeah, but they played Nottingham Forest or something, and it was just like 12 headers or something, a couple of volleys as well.
That's a banger.
I like it. I like it when social media teams at football clubs can almost take the piss out of themselves. I think that's important. I think that's what we're rubbish at, to be honest with you. Like as a football club, I think ours, I know you've got to be professional and stuff, but you also got to adapt. If you're on social media, then you've got to play the social media game. And I think the German teams are really good at it. I think the German team social medias are really funny and stuff. And sometimes there's some, like the English ones, like Southampton, were quite clever when they went top at the same time. There was the whole thing going on with Trump, and they put up "Stop the Count." You know, it was really clever, really topical. We don't really do that.
They also did that one with when they had the train and like all their players going to Liverpool. They photoshopped that picture of like the train going to Liverpool, and it said like to Liverpool or something, and there was like a plane with like a scout in it and stuff, like taking out of how all their players go to Liverpool. They're decent. Southampton are pretty good. I think we're too serious. We're very straight laced, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a bit boring, you know. Jaguar 69, best kebab. Gio, what's your favorite kebab?
I don't tend to go for kebabs because I don't like salad. So
I don't like salad. Pardon? No. What do you mean you don't like salad?
I don't like salad. I don't like it, so I don't tend to.
You don't like the salad dressing, or just the elements of a salad?
All of it. I don't like it.
So, for example, a potato salad.
No,
nothing with the word salad.
I don't like lettuce. I don't like tomato. I don't like coleslaw. I don't like whatever else you make in a salad. I will not eat a salad. Don't like it.
Tart and Gio, of course, agrees. Nothing green, nothing at all. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not.
She's lying because she knows I'll eat I like veg that's cooked. So I'll eat broccoli and like celery, peas, whatever. So she's lying. She just pretends. She's stitching me up there.
I mean, look, you're talking. Won't be touched. Won't be touched.
Right. Well, would you just before I say this, Charlie? Would you agree that she's trying to stitch me up here before I go stitch her up?
I'm just saying. I've never
seen that comment back up.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Because she's healthy. She's healthy. She doesn't mind. She's healthy, and she doesn't mind when I touch her up. Good night. Thank you very much. Oh, leave it out. A banana, yeah.
Bananas are good, man.
Wait, hang on a minute. Look. I'm not alone here, all right? Let's just...
All right, listen, I don't eat salad regularly, but I won't just eat the salad. I'll have it in other things, you know?
Yeah, look, I'm just getting people up here that agree with me here. It sounds...
All right, let me put it this way. Let's say you make a burger, right, at home. Not like you're going to McDonald's or anything. Like you make a burger, right? Are you lobbing lettuce in there?
No. The only stuff I'm lobbing in there is a bit of bacon and a bit of cheese.
Not even a bit of onion?
No.
Oh, you're missing out. Get a bit of red onion.
I could if onion's in there, I could eat it. Wait, hang on. You've been to Mackie D's with me. You've seen me on the old. Yeah, no. You see me on the old touch screen. Get my burger in there. Edit. Get rid of that. Yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I don't want any of that. So basically, it says like bun, beef patty, bun. I'm like, that'll do. Thank you.
Don't get me wrong. I do the exact same thing, but that's because it's McDonald's. You know what I mean? When you're there, you're there. If I'm making a burger here, I'll get a bit less involved. Thank you. Look, John 169. Charlie is right. Red onion is good. Red onion is good.
I'm not disagreeing about the onion pit, but that's not salad to me, in my opinion. I wouldn't class that as salad.
I will lob raw red onion in a burger. Happily. You get the burger, cheese, bit of raw red onion in there. Maybe lettuce on the bed underneath. That's a burger. That's a burger, mate.
I do love a burger. I do love a burger.
I do love a burger as well. Do you know what I've eaten a lot of? The Morrison's brand vegan burgers. And they are better than they have any right to be. Don't knock it till you try it. Don't knock it till you try it. It's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Salad wrapped with chili is the nuts, says David Trevitt. See, I'm telling you, bruv. And I'm just not going to put up the comments that disagree with me. It's fine.
Anyway, 5 minutes to go and half time. 41 minutes gone now. Still West Ham 2, Doncaster 0. We are looking comfortable. We're not only looking comfortable, we're looking confident. And we're breaking now. Ben Rama gives it to Lanzini. People are wanting the ball laid off. Yarmolenko, he's doing a weird thing without touching the ball. He's doing a lot of tricks without touching the ball. He almost danced over the ball. We've sort of lost the chat. Ben Johnson puts it in, looking for Socek at the back post. Brings it down on the chest. Corners of West Ham. We're looking good. Wait till you see what Yarmolenko does here, Charlie. He dances without touching the ball. I don't think he knows what he's doing, really.
So he's truly taken up the Mikel Antonio mantle.
Oh, he goes to do like a step over and doesn't do a step over, really, and ends up doing like, I don't know, he just looks a bit stupid, but it worked to an extent. We're playing good. We're nice, neat touches we've got here.
That's what shoulder feint, though, isn't it? Really. Shoulder feint is doing a bit of skill without doing anything with the ball. Oh! He does, doesn't he? He does like this little jump thing.
He just jumps and moves his feet about.
That was exciting. I enjoyed that.
Oh, we went for training ground move in the corner. Did
you see Jack mate giving the channel a shout out on Instagram yesterday? Said Ali Sif. We did. Gio sent it to me at 4:30 in the morning on WhatsApp.
I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. And I had a message because, fun fact, Charlie doesn't run Instagram. I don't run Instagram. Gonzo definitely doesn't run Instagram.
No.
We have someone that does Instagram that you've never seen on the channel before called Alice. Alice does our Instagram. So I woke up to a text from her with a screenshot of Jack Mate's shout out and stuff, which was really nice. So yeah, it was really nice of Jack. He didn't have to do that. We've never asked him to do that. We never would ask him. But Charlie knows he's my favorite YouTuber. Jack Mate knows he's my favorite YouTuber and stuff. So yeah, it's good getting that from someone that I sort of look up to, I guess.
Yeah. It was. He pops in here as well. It's always sick when you see Jack Mate's name rock up in the things. You see him in the live chat sometimes. He's a good lad. I don't know. I've been listening to. I've said this to him earlier when he rocked up into the chat, but I was listening to his podcast he did at the beginning of the year with Sean Atwood, and it's really freaking good. Genuine, just like this. It's a 2-parter. It's like 3 hours combined or something, and I just put it on when I'm doing the washing up, and I'm intrigued. It's one of those ones that you just can't stop listening to. So check it out. Jack Mate's Happy Hour on Spotify, and obviously the YouTube channel and everything else. But not that he needs the promo from this goddamn video.
He definitely doesn't need promo. But
you're welcome, Jack. You're welcome.
He's a really good lad, though. He's really, really humble as well. Yeah, he's really nice. Can't speak highly enough of him. There's a few people do YouTube. They're a bit like, you feel like you're bothering them if you speak to them, kind of thing. But you don't get that with Jack.
Foshizi asked Gia, Danny Ings or Jack Mate?
Well, I don't think Jack Mate's going to score goals for West Ham. Do you?
Well, to be fair, he's been closer than any of us have recently, being on the pitch for the video.
He's tall enough. He's really tall and lanky, so he could probably fit the David Moyes style of us booting it up a bit.
Get him in. I'm sure he plays 6-a-side every now and then. Get him in. Let's get it going.
get him up front. But saying that, I don't think would Danny Ings make me laugh. I'm not so sure. So he might do. Don't know. Danny might be a funny bugger.
I've genuinely never heard Danny Ings talk.
No, but I remember the thing I remember Danny Ings from that's not related to football. Remember he got injured and he put a picture. Someone took a picture of him in the kitchen. I think he was signing a new contract. He was doing something or a shirt giveaway or something. So he was in his kitchen posing for it, right? Anyway, you put that up on your social media. But when you zoom in on the kitchen back wall, on the tiles, you can see the reflection of a naked woman taking a picture. Viva Danny Ings! Danny Ings! Danny Ings! Viva Danny Ings! I don't know if Southampton sing that, but I've just made up a song for them.
Well, there you go. I mean, you say you've made up a song. You've just sort of
Lad.
It's just sort of a song. I didn't notice our numbers have a gold trim until then. Here you go, because you're running off at halftime. Halftime subs or stick with the same lineup?
Stick. I wouldn't change a thing. We're playing really good. The boys are looking good and confident. I don't think there's anyone in the team that needs protected as such. Souček is the only player I'd maybe want to get a rest. But looking at the bench, there's no one I would bring on in order to give him that rest. That's
a good point. Good point. I didn't even think about who's on the bench. We've got Trot, Kufal, Dawson, Ogbono, Baptiste. Enough defenders. Cresswell, Rice, Antonio, Afalian.
The only thing I would possibly do, and I'd like another goal before we do it, is bring that young lad on for Souček and drop Fornals into midfield alongside Martin Noble and drop Yarmolenko back a position, put the young lad in up front. But that's what I would do.
The person joining me here at halftime is Raymond Borum. Ray, how are you?
I'm all good. Good first half.
Halftime now, just for the live chat. Halftime whistle is blowing. West Ham 2, Doncaster 0.
Still got about a minute left. Oh, mine. I'm behind.
Are you watching the BBC on an illegal stream as well?
No, BBC.
So how am I about a minute ahead of you then?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh, it's because it's BBC Liverpool, isn't it? You've stole the BBC.
The internet is terrible there as well, so has to go through like 10 houses before it gets to me.
I mean, that's what you get. Jack Wayne Hugo up top. It's just a match made in heaven. It's just a match made in heaven. I'd be so happy. I can't rest until he comes back.
Have you paid your TV license, Gio? Everyone was saying it on West Ham Fan TV last night.
What's that?
Have you paid your TV license?
Someone asked a question on the stream last night. Do you guys have a TV license? We were all like, well, yes. No one knew what to say. Trick question. Like, who are you? What do you want and where do you come from?
Yeah.
From Cotton Eye Joe. No. But I mean, it's a bit of a random question to ask, just in case anyone wonders. I have my TV license. I've paid for my TV license. Ray? You look like the sort of guy who wouldn't pay.
I played the fifth.
Okay, fair enough. Ray, would you make it?
I live on the fourth floor on the flat, so.
Well, there you go. You're moving soon.
They're not getting to me.
They can't get up. They've got several doors to get through before they can get to you. Yeah, fair enough.
Even I struggle up the stairs.
I mean, you're losing weight, bro. If you've got a weight vest and stuff, you're doing bits. Would you make any changes at halftime, Ray?
No, not right now. We're playing comfortable. We're playing some good football. Everyone seems to be enjoying it. So yeah, it's been first good half. We could have been like 3-0 up in the first 10 minutes. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was. I think I would make changes, but it would just be a case of resting people, get whoever I can get off who needs resting and getting other people on at this point. I'm fairly confident in this game. I don't think we're going to see.
I'm going to just interrupt. I'm going to disappear and leave you two. But before I go, Charlie, I've got a challenge for you. I thought I would have it. At the minute, I just had a look. There's 160 likes on the video. When I come back, shut up, Ray. When I come back, just before the second half kicks off again, when I come back, so essentially in 10 minutes, when I come back, if this video has got 250 likes, I'm going to give away a mishmash poster to someone in the live chat. So it needs 250 likes. We get 250 likes when I come back in 15 minutes. I'm going to give one of them away. They're all here. They're all in the tubes. They're all brand new. They're all ready to go. I'll give one away. How we'll give it away, I'm not sure. I'll decide when I'm back. So 250 likes. and we'll give one away. Charlie, I shall see you in 10 minutes or so.
See you in 10 minutes. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You got 10 minutes to hit about 100 likes. Good luck. Swaz it out of the park. Go wild. Yeah, in terms of subs, I think it would just be a case for me of just looking for just whoever needs resting. So I'm looking at I'm saying, do you know what? Get Souček off. Maybe, I don't even know, bring Rice on or something. I don't know. Even if it's only 45 minutes, it's better than not. Just get as many of those first team most vital players off. I mean, the problem is our bench has 5 defenders on it. So 5 out of the 7 are defenders on the bench, and that's a bit of a problem for resting people, but especially when we've completely switched up the defense in the first place anyway. But yeah, just rest people, maybe even take off Fabianski and bring on Trot. I don't know. I'm just here for the resting at this point,
Yeah, but not till the 60th minute. You've got to give Doncaster some bit more respect, because if they score within the first 5-10 minutes of the first half, squeaky bum time's the end for West Ham United, because we always do it. We don't want to we don't want to give them the disrespect, because they're playing some good football. It's not like they're not playing. It's just that they're giving it away in the last bit. They're just not as good as us playing the ball on the floor. They are their league, realistically.
Yeah, no, that's fair. The one thing I do want to see today is the young player. I want to see Afalayan. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I want to see him on. I want to see him doing bits. I think maybe it's not even a case of taking Yarmolenko off. Maybe you take off Ben Rama and say you've done a good. You've played really well. We're going to take you off, rest you for the next game. Move Yarmolenko out to the right, Fornals in the middle, or Lanzini in the middle, Fornals on the left, whichever way you want to do it, and give him a shot up front. I think this is a really good opportunity to get some confidence into a young player like that.
If we score in the next 15 minutes, then I feel like we're going to be going a bit more younger, a bit more defensive. We just need that third goal to just squash it.
We're at 224 likes. If we get to 250 by the time Gio gets back in about 7-8 minutes, we'll be giving away a mishmash poster, a brand new mishmash poster. Whereas Gio, he's just popping off for half time to rest and get some stuff in him.
He subbed him out.
Subbed him out, Whereas I'm 90 minutes, no messing. It's just do you know what? I'm just a bit disappointed by our bench, because I want to see some people. I want to see some youngsters. I just want to see some youngsters. I said this to you, I think we're going out next round regardless. I want to see some youngsters. Yeah, here we are. Chuck with the £5. Thank you very much, Chuck. Buy some chocolate digestive biscuits. Ray, do you have any biscuits next to you?
Oh, I haven't got them right next to me. See, I've cooked myself little super noodles.
Oh, what flavour?
Chicken.
Love that. Respect it. I respect it.
Yeah.
I've shown it already. I'm trying to decide when I'm going to eat it, but beautiful thing. So we'll see. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Schizo base is back. Good to see you. How did you find the first half, Schizo? What about you lot? Would any of you make changes? 247 says Foshizi, keep me updated. Would any of you make changes at halftime? Would any of you make subs? Let's hear it. What are you feeling? Super noodles are the rich man's pot noodles.
Oh, Charlie, wait one second. Amazon might be delivering.
Oh my God, it's all kicking off.
Yeah, come in. It is, Charlie. It is. Come on.
While Ray does that, we've hit 250. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. We will be giving away when Gio gets back. We will be giving away a new mishmash poster. What time to be alive? 199 from Woody. Thank you very much, sir. Good to see you, Alan. Once as per usual. I need to message you, Alan, about something actually. To do with Patreon Spanish, basically. We can see question below. He says, question for you guys: Is there anything this side and Yarmolenko can do today that would lead to Antonio being left out midweek? That's a really good question. Do you know what? If it was me in charge, then yes. I think this kind of formation and this kind of style would work against the Palace side, who are functional and defend and do their thing. I think this would work. A bit of freedom, a bit of movement, like nice movement in and around the box. Because those front four, I think, have been linking up really well. Realistically, though, I think Antonio will be brought back in. It's David Moyes. I think Antonio works in his system. He knows this is something a little bit different for this game. It makes sense for this game. He's put something together for this one. I don't see it happening again anytime soon. But I'll ask Ray and I'll get Gio's opinion as well, actually, after, because that's a really interesting question. I'll have to remember that. In fact, I'm gonna copy and paste it so I can ask them.
4 flights of stairs is not good. Do you want to do an open box session?
Let's do a box opening. Let's do a box. Why you gone? Why you struggling to open a box? Let me ask you this question. It's a good question. From Woody, aka Alan.
Alan!
Is there anything in this side and Yarmolenko could do today that would lead to Antonio being left out midweek?
No.
No?
It's not enough.
You don't reckon so?
Nah, it's just not quick enough.
While Ray dies. Would rest? Yeah, I agree, Chaz. That's 100% what I'm thinking. Again, congratulations for the 250, everyone. We will be, as long as it stays at 250 and doesn't go back underneath, we will be doing the giveaway when Gio. Yeah, I know, but listen, I don't mind if you dislike it. As long as it stays just over 250, then we're good, we're good.
Right, what do you reckon it is, Charlie?
I reckon it could. Right, so if you don't know Ray, Ray sees something, gets hyped, and buys it. He buys the most random stuff. We do 2 Spanners, 1 Ham, the Hammers Chat exclusive Patreon podcast that we do together. And every time we're sitting just before we start recording, Ray would be like, I've bought this thing. And it would be like an earwax remover that has a camera on it you can see on your phone or something. It's the most random nonsense you've ever seen. So hold the box up again. Hold the box up again.
Oh,
I wish I could pause it. I reckon my initial guess is out of the window. I thought it was going to be like a George Foreman grill type thing, but that's out of the window. I'm thinking it's a...
No, but something else like that is coming soon.
Of course. I'm going to say... What are people saying? We've got a Biggie action figure as a guess. Manscaped. It's a Fleshlight. It's a sandwich. It says duvet dancer. What kind of sandwich is what I want to? Penis enlarger. All one word, of course.
I wished.
Mega large nipple.
I've only got small nipples. No.
Well, you could still get big tape. Blow up. I'm going to say, is it an Arsenal football boot signed? It's a good guess. I'm going to say it's... You ready for this?
Okay.
It's one of those toy cars, the ones where you put it back and then they go.
No.
It's something to do with tech. Usually with you, it's some random electronic thing.
No, it's not.
No, I've got no idea.
Random it was.
See, look, protect the necks, bro. Okay. And as Gio returns, Gio, you'll be proud to know we are at 256 likes.
Nice. I had a little look and I am very happy, very impressed. So we'll do a little giveaway during the second half. We'll do a little giveaway soon. And the winner can pick between a full size one, which is the size I have, or an A3 version in case they have a smaller area they wish to put in. So they can have a big one or an A3. We'll do a giveaway in the second half and pick a winner and they can pick a size and we'll get it posted out to them. Yeah, a little giveaway, cheeky giveaway.
Love that. Gio, a quick question from you, which Woody Allen paid $1.99 to ask. Is there anything in this side and Yarmolenko could do today that would lead to Antonio being left out midweek?
Probably snap Antonio while he's warming up.
I mean, and that's possible. He could snap himself. It's more than likely. He doesn't look like a fragile man, but he is. See, I don't think there is. I think this is purely a... If I was in charge, there would be. But I think Moyes already knows the lineup he's going with against Palace, and that's probably informed this decision quite heavily. Especially
just to pick this up.
Oh yeah.
If Halliday gets booked, someone wins £60. First half the bet's in, which is Yarmolenko scoring. So if Halliday gets booked, someone wins £60 as well. Someone that said batter the donkey or whatever it was earlier on, spank the donkey. I'm not sure what it was, but Who knows?
Ben Rama, shout out, big boy, doing big bits.
And L. If anyone that wants to buy one of the posters, if you email us, hammerchat@gmail.com, if you email us, we'll give you details on there and stuff, prices and so on and so forth. You're going to have to wait a couple of weeks for us to get them posted out. But if you're happy to wait a couple of weeks, yeah, we can sell you a poster. No problem.
Here's something that I feel strongly about. Do you guys feel that our priority should be a CDM over strikers? We already have 3 strikers, including Yarmolenko. Ray, you can go first.
No, we need another striker. We're saying that if we get knocked out of the cup in the next round, then maybe not.
Gia?
No, I would get a striker in because our only option at the minute is half fit Antonio. And Yarmolenko's playing well today, and I do like Yarmolenko, but we are playing possession-based football today. We play counter-attacking in the Premier League generally, and I think that's when we will see a different Yarmolenko up front, and I think it'll be a more frustrating one. So I wouldn't necessarily want to rely on him as a striker. But I think midfield-wise, yes, we are light, but we can play Fornals in there, we can play Lanzini in there, not as a defensive midfielder, not the Declan Rice role, but Declan Rice up until today has played literally every single minute of our season so far, I think. He's proven that he's not injury-prone, he's fine. It's a good question, though. I would understand why people would prefer a centre mid.
Yeah, see, I think we really need a centre mid in quite quickly, and it's mainly because we know Rice is leaving. Rice is going. It's happening. Like it's not like there's been a confirmed offer or anything else, and I don't think he's going to go in this window. But we know that between either, if it's not in January, which I don't think it will be, I'm almost 100% certain he will leave in the summer. And at that point, that only leaves us with Souček and Noble and stuff. We need to get thinking about who that replacement's going to be, because Rice is incredible. Those two are unbelievably good together, and we need to be thinking about who that replacement is ASAP. So I'm really concerned about the sentiment.
Do you see Josh Cullen's captain of Anderlecht already? He's been really good this season. I was reading a report about him like a month ago. I was reading like a Belgian pundit's opinion on him, saying like he's like a big part of the reason they're doing well, and he's been brilliant for them and stuff. Yesterday he was captain. He's already captain, and remember, is Vincent Kompany still the manager?
Yeah, I think so.
Vincent Kompany, one of the best captains I've ever seen in the Premier League, thinks Josh Cullen is captain material. That is a massive, massive compliment. He doesn't necessarily have to be a good manager, Vincent Kompany, but he knows what it takes to be a good captain. And he looks at Josh Cullen and sees leadership about him. He would have been playing today, Cullen, if we were still here.
I agree. Yeah. I think it's shot for the amount we let him go for.
What was it? Like $500,000 or something?
It was something low like that. Gio, this is a good question for you. When are we going to get some House Chat t-shirts?
We'll do stuff soon. We've got some bits and pieces and stuff going on, and it's on the agenda. Give me a month or two, and we might have some news, might have some updates, exciting stuff going on.
So I've got a question for you, Steve.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Fornals can move into the centre midfield with Souček.
Yeah, 100%.
So do we need a CDM then? Yeah, going on that last question.
But we don't know if it'll work, do we?
No.
I think it'll work. I think it could work, but we don't know if it will work. And I think it's a bit of a gamble. But the problem is, Ray, we need Pablo Fornals to start in the 3 attacking midfield positions as well. So it's not like we're taking someone off the bench. We're taking someone out the starting 11 to put in there. So we need something else.
Yeah, but I think you can make the same argument for the striker then. If Yarmolenko can play there and this player can play there, and a player can play there, then what's the point of buying another one? You know. Personally, I think you just have to put. I'm a big proponent of playing players where they're meant to play. I get really frustrated when I see people playing in different positions there. That's not like their bread and butter sort of thing. And so, like, as much as I agree, I think Fornals could probably work. In some sort of CM role. I don't know if he would work brilliantly in the 2 CMs that we've got at the moment. I think that's a slightly different thing.
Depends on the opponent. I think he'd work against Palace, but I don't think he'd work against, say, Leicester.
That's fair. That's fair. Ray, the second half has just got underway, so if you wish to go and watch it, then I respect.
Yeah, cheers, Ray.
Bye. Question for you, Gio. You watch more German football?
He was man of the match in the last game. Which is, if you want form, I think he'll be all right. I think Reece Oxford will still have a decent career. He looks like he's settled in now. He's man of match for Augsburg in their last match as well. So yeah, he's doing okay.
How are Augsburg doing in the league at the moment? Last time I
don't know.
checked, they were struggling down the bottom.
Yeah, they were struggling down the bottom last time I seen as well. So I assume they're possibly still struggling down the bottom. However, Stephen, can you email us? Just to jump in. Stephen, if you wouldn't mind emailing us, hammerschat@gmail.com, just with that, and then we'll get in touch and have a conversation. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Cheers, Steve. Also, Steve 50. Don't worry. You're not the only one.
We've got a free kick just outside the box. Sorry to interrupt. We've got a free kick outside the box here. Saeed Benrahma standing over a 4-man wall for Doncaster. I reckon it's about 20 yards out. Slightly to the left. It's James Ward-Prowse territory. Benrahma! Oh, good save. Good save by the keeper. I think it was maybe going wide, but he got down well. Saved it and throw into West Ham.
This is a little thing, though. When Yarmolenko got fouled there and the ball rolled to Ben-Rama, I like how he instantly shaped and went for it first time. He tried to bend it in. It was nowhere close, but you like the confidence. You like to see the confidence of a player like that to just have a swaz, to have a good old wild whack.
Yeah. And I think it was going wide, the free kick. I've just seen the replay now. It's probably going wide. Comfortable save by the keeper. Camera save, as they call it.
Yes. Are you usually this relaxed when watching games, even from the start? You've been relaxed.
My mood varies. I think I've been relaxed from the start because we scored after 90 seconds. That did influence my my mood. But Charlie will tell you, see me at games where I just sit there and observe and don't say much, but there's also games I get a bit angry and pissed off and whatever. It very much depends on everything.
Yeah, I think like most people, it depends what the game is and how quickly you start. The beginning of a game.
I'm getting fucking stitched up again here.
Well, you gave her the login details. Is all I'll say. You gave her the login details. You brought this upon yourself. Good to see you, Alex. Carry on. You can't do anything right now, which is great. That's the best part about it. And I'll just keep putting them up. Every time you comment, I'll just keep putting them up. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Hey, never mind a Hammers Chat t-shirt. Hammers Chat jocks. Gonzo's face on the gusset. I know maybe one person who'd be about that. And I think it would be... I don't know. I was going to say
decent little effort there from Manuel Lanzini. Again, good play by West Ham. Good little build-up. Good passing coming down the right once more. Benrahma gave it to Yarmolenko, who then gave it to Lanzini. Got onto his left foot. 20 yards out. Decent effort. Low, hard. Keeper. Decent enough save by the keeper. He's looking not too bad for a League One goalie, this guy.
Yeah, he's not been bad, actually, to be fair. I think their defense has been at 6s and 7s at times a little bit, but the keepers, I think, you could the goals, you can't really think he should have done better.
Can I just shameless plug, Charlie, in case people don't know that's my other channel? Just in case people don't know, that's my other...
Let me just say, I'll say this before you said it. You already said it, but if Tom would ever do that, I would have a go at him. So I'll have a go at you straight after. But that was a good save, wasn't it? All right, but go first.
Yeah, that's my other channel. If people want to listen to me talk about non-West Ham stuff, Premier League stuff. There's no non-Premier League stuff there. Go check it out. That's it. That's it. So it's good. I say it's good. It's not good. It's mine, but
disgraceful behaviour.
I don't care. I don't care. It's networking. If I didn't do networking, this channel wouldn't be this big.
Listen.
Oh, he's tucking in for his God tier seat. It's coming out. Oh!
Everyone, they look like that on the inside. I don't know what's on the inside, but it's beautiful, whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know how I would describe it.
All it says is not for individual resale, so I've no idea.
Tell you what, we are doing good this half. It's 5 minutes into the second half now. We've come out. And we're all over them. We're going for goal number 3 quickly here. We're playing really... Oh, this pass is just beautiful here. Solchet, Benrahma, Yarmolenko should be a free kick. Referee's way to play on. Yarmolenko's starting to drop deeper now and get involved. And he's such a nice footballer when he's in form and he's confident. His touches are just as good as Benrahma's. We're playing some really nice stuff here, Charlie. Goal number 3 is not far away. Doncaster is struggling a little bit.
Odds on us getting a penalty?
I hope not. I don't know. I don't want one. It's like we've not had one in the Premier League this season. I always want to keep the whole pen thing for the Premier League. We don't need one tonight.
That's fair. Here you go. It's complex. What's your favourite Spanish, Italian, German, and French side? Do you have one? I suspect you don't have a French one because I know you're not super into League 1, but the others, League 1.
I wouldn't say I support anyone. I maybe have like a small. Come back to that question. Solskjaer with a volley from 20 yards out. Oh, Charlie, we're playing good. Ball come in, got headed out. Solskjaer hit it first time on the volley, and it was a weak effort, but it was headed for the top corner. But the keeper managed to sort of tip over the bar easily enough. Another camera saved by this goalie in pink. Top corner effort. The keeper does well, but not quite. Not got a sting on it. Wait till you see this, Charlie. But anyway, for that, I think Schalke has always been my German team. I like Schalke. They're a bit crap at them. Although they've got like a young guy now scoring goals for them. But Schalke was my German team. And everybody's Barca or Real, aren't they? Everybody's one of them, just for their upbringing. I was Barca because of Ronaldinho and that.
Oh, he did go for it, didn't he?
Yeah.
It was a little slicey one as well. A little top. Love that.
I was just trying to a dink ball to the back post, so check diving header. But this keeper's made a lot of saves. This keeper's done a lot of saves.
Yeah, he's done all right. I think when I think about him, I always think about the teams that had the players that I was all about when I was a kid. So, like you say, go on.
Oh, well, it's obviously West Ham, isn't it? It's just been West Ham on top. It's possibly an own goal. The ball comes in from a corner from Ben Rama. I think. Wait till I see the replay. I think the defender's put in his own net here. I'm not sure. I think Diop might got a little flick or something. So anyway, Mark Noble takes the corner, wings it in. A defender flicks it over Diop's head, and the defender knocks it in the net. Yeah, it's a disaster of a goal for Doncaster, actually. I feel a bit sorry for them. The first defender just takes it away from the keeper, and the second one knees it into his net. I don't know what he's doing. And he's just swung at it randomly and made an absolute mess of it. 3-0, game over, but I feel a bit sorry for that Doncaster player.
There we go. There's been a goal, but for who? And as you can see, Ross at the back stick, people, Rossy B, Ross Boss in the house. People love to see it. But for who, Jeff? For who? You love to see it. Luke's here as well. Good to see you, Luke. Nice to see you. Yeah, see, for me, it's all about... Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ, that is horrendous, isn't it? I'm just seeing the replay of the goal now. It's a decent corner from Noble. Nothing like just looking for that front stick. We do that quite often, and it's bafflement, and it's pure bafflement. Yeah, see, for me, it's just about the players I was all about as a kid. So when I think about like Spain, it would be Barcelona because of Ronaldinho. When I think about Germany, it would be... Do you know what? Actually, Germany, I prefer Dortmund more now. But as a kid, I was all about Bayern Munich because I loved Philipp Lahm, and I don't know why. I was just obsessed with Philipp Lahm as a footballer.
I would have been Munich because of Bastian Schweinsteiger because I just liked his name. But also Oliver Kahn in goal, but just because he looked like a real hard man, didn't he? And he was permanently red and angry. But I switched to Schalke because I went over to Germany for the when West Ham played over there in the summer. I went over there, so I sort of thought, this is now my German team. So that's why I picked them. But yeah, Ronaldinho as well.
Oh, might be Lee. Hello, Lee. Then good to see you. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Does Lee still got the login? I thought they'd have changed the password. that is loyalty right there to Lee. I love that. You
gotta respect it. Good lads doing good videos. Go and check out Free Hammers if you haven't. Again, they don't need my shout out, but if you haven't, go check them out. Then who else? France, Lyon, because of Juninho, was the big one, taking free kicks all over the shop. You gotta love to see that. Then who's the other league? Italian.
Mine was Inter Milan. Mine was Inter. No, Inter for mine. Cannavaro and Real Ronaldo and all those players.
Nah, I'm all about it. Nah, it's Luke. He's bantering. It's fine.
Yeah, he has locked Lee out there. Lack of loyalty. I hate that.
We changed our minds. Don't go look at Free Hammers.
Absolutely disgusting.
Just to be clear, do go look at Free Hammers. That was a joke.
Where's the loyalty in YouTube channels these days? Disgusting.
I did not see the new Louisville, but I saw someone mention something about a new facilities US team. I couldn't remember who it was. That might have been the one that someone was talking to me about. But yeah, I mean, it was something. Didn't Nikki say it on the preview that There's other League One teams you probably have just as good, if not better.
Fleetwood, yeah, it was Fleetwood. I remember seeing that picture doing the rounds on Twitter when something happened at Fleetwood. I can't remember what it was. Joey Barton maybe left or something.
There you go. See, Tino's, Juninho, what a free kick taker. But Fat Ronaldo at Inter was unreal.
Fat Ronaldo, he's called Real Ronaldo. You don't need to bring his weight into it.
I did R9 and R7. Make it easy, you know what I mean?
Real Ronaldo. And then this one. Why is our numbers different today? Have you noticed our numbers have got like a gold trim around them today for some reason?
I don't know what's going on there. I think it's an FA Cup thing. I thought we were going to play the black kit, but I assume we're not because of Doncaster's kit. Because I thought we were just going to play the black third kit in every FA Cup game because it's the only time we get to play it.
Pablo Fanal's just tried an overhead kick and he's hurt his head. He missed the ball and has hurt his head. So that didn't work. It's just brilliant, isn't it? It's just brilliant.
There was when I was a kid, the older brother of one of my friends, he was big, Gio. He was like, for his age, he was too tall as he should have been, and he was big. Like, imagine me, but even bigger. He was huge, right? And he was just clumsy. He was one of the clumsiest people I'd ever seen. And we used to play for the same football team, like local football team, and he played for the side above. And and it was a bit like James Collins. He got subbed on up front once. He was actually a goalkeeper, but he played defense most of the time just because he's big. But he got subbed on up front to just boot the ball at, and he went for an overhead kick, missed the ball, and the ball landed like underneath him. He like landed on top of it, and he was so heavy that he popped the ball. And I've never laughed so hard in my life seeing this kid just land on it, and then the ball just went like. And it was just like, how have you become so big that you being on top of a football burst it? It was a proper football as well. It wasn't a crap one. That's a good question. Sub bingo, Gio, get to play sub bingo. When will David Moyes make a substitution?
I'm going to say a bit later today. I think this. I was a minute off the last game, by the way. I come on at half time and I said 63rd. It was the 62nd. I got the sub right as well. I'm going to say the 69th today, and I think it'll be. I don't know, actually. It's difficult to call this one because of the options on the bench. There's no one obvious to bring on, I don't think. Yeah. The ones like Rice and Antonio, Creswell, you want to rest them. I say the 69th minute, I say I'll take off Ben Johnson and put in Alan Creswell just for the sake of making a sub.
That's a fair point.
I think he will. I think that's what you're doing.
I reckon it'll be earlier. I reckon 65, and it'll be.
I want to see the kid come on now, so I want to get him on.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
I want to get him on now, and I would like to get Solchek off. I would like to see Solchek. It was 3-0. Let's get the guy that's irreplaceable off. There's only one of them on the pitch. That's Solchek. Get him off.
That's fair.
Shuffle the pack about, and let's get this kid on. I would leave on Ben Rama because I want to see him get a goal.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll say 65, but I agree with that. I think that's a good shout.
There's no point to leaving side. There's no point. There's absolutely no benefit to leaving Solchek on right now. We don't need him on the pitch. The game's done. I'd even bring on, I don't know, Cam Baptiste play centre mid. I don't think he'd say no if you turn around and ask him to get on. So I would maybe get him on, get someone on for Solchek.
Doncaster sub incoming, says Russ. Let's see what the people are saying. Luke says 68, 72, 81st minute says Buster Cherry. 65th says Pete Hammer. He's on the same sort of lines.
Buster Cherry. That's a good one.
EPL champion says, can I be a Hams fan? Sure, man.
Doncaster just hit the bar. Doncaster just hit the bar. I'm not sure who it was. I don't know their players. Decent effort. Gets the ball down, hits it quite hard. Fabianski's nowhere near it. Comes off the bar and goes out for a goal kick. Decent strike by the lad.
67 says John Ball. 69 for Sheezy's angry because you've taken it. I would usually say it as well, but for Sheezy backs it. 70. I'm 6'4". I could be a goalkeeper, but my only problem is I dive like 2 inches. Listen, it's not just preempt the movements, preempt the movements. That's what you got to do. 69, like it. It's Raymond. 62, 74, 67. I'm trying to. The Doncaster thing's about to happen on my screen. Oh, it was a good chance, wasn't it? It was a great hit. 67th, says Rich over on Twitter. 82, 64. Do you know what? It's quite a large spread. Usually they're quite narrow, the spread of bets. Most people go for later ones, but they're quite spread out today. I think it's a nice game, isn't it? Luke asks for a birthday shout out. 36 on Tuesday. First of all, Luke,
No, you can't have one.
Oh no, I was going to say yes, but no.
No, it's his birthday. You can get one on Tuesday because we're playing Palace and you'll be doing a watch for on Tuesday, so you can have one on then. Get that down in your notes, Charlie. Okay. And saying that, I need to get down the fact that we scored a third goal in my notes for the review. 3-0 Og. There we go, sorted. I see that, thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We need, Charlie, we've got to get this giveaway sorted. How are we going to do it?
There you go. Do you want to say something, or do you want to do it differently because you've done that already today? Or do you want to vibe something different?
What are you feeling?
I don't know what else we could do.
Right, I'll tell you what. Charlie, have you got your phone with you?
I do have my phone with me.
Set a timer on your phone between 5 and 10 minutes. Do not tell me what it is, okay? Charlie's going to set a timer between 5 and 10 minutes. He's not going to say what it is. When that goes off, he's going to look at the live chat, and whoever commented last wins. Oh, how about that? It's a mystery play. You've got to keep commenting, but you've got to say proper stuff. Your comments got to be valid, i.e., it's a proper contribution to the chat. You know, like just put letters and stuff. It's got to be, do you know what I mean, Charlie? It's got to be something about the game or something like that. It's got to be proper. So you ready? Yeah, just go now. Between 5 and 10 minutes. Don't tell me when it is. Any time in that 5-minute period, your alarm could go off. And when that alarm goes off, Charlie will look at this chat immediately. And whoever was the last commented person wins.
There you go.
Wins the poster. Everyone's going to be quiet. Everyone's now got a timer off for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Then I'm going to start commenting quite frequently. That way it's random, isn't it? It's random.
That's a good idea.
It's fair. It's fair.
I like that.
Because I always panic. Do you know when people enter, do you know, like the bet giveaway? How do you pick a winner out of that? So it's fair.
I like it. It's a good idea. I think you shouldn't shut up. I think you should just carry on and make it really random. Let's go. Charlie is an eke it out kind of guy. Listen.
I agree. You are an eke it out. I do reckon you're a 9-minute kind of guy here. I reckon it's in the 9 minutes your alarm. I think it's a 9 minutes something.
Who's to say? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Logan, you have Logan. Don't worry. You and Gary have both won. I've not forgot about you. I'm getting hassled to give your address over so it can get posted, but I haven't yet. We'll get to it. Just be patient. I'm aware you've already missed the first month of your new calendar, but I'll get round to it. All right, I promise you.
Mate, my birthday was in full lockdown, but again, my entire year's been in full lockdown.
Yeah, I'm about to say everyone's birthday's been in lockdown. It's not just you, mate. It's literally everybody in the country who's had their birthday in lockdown.
18th, though, it's a bit different, you know. 18th birthday hits different than Charlie 27th.
Hang on a minute. That's not how the game works, Mixie. Like, you can keep commenting about the delayed stream. The live chat's not delayed. Do you know what I mean? Like, the live chat's frequent. So you now know about the game, so you now know to keep commenting, and you may win the poster. You might get the mishmash. 65 minutes gone in the game, and not much has happened now. Since the third goal, I think we've toned it down a little bit, and Doncaster are getting into the game a bit more. But I think that's because we've sort of taken the foot off the gas. Game's won, isn't it? It's now time to play it safe, injury-wise.
Yeah, so I've just got lazy. I'm lying down now. That's the pose I've taken. I'm now in a full lounge position, G. I've got a duvet here with me. You know, it's Saturday.
That's how Eva goes to work.
How old are you, Charlie? Says Kev. I'm 27. I turned 27 last year. My previous birthday was 27. Have we made a sub yet that you've missed? No, we haven't, Chaz. We have not. Best watch.
Speaking of subs, Charlie, I think if people haven't subscribed to the channel, they should.
65. Oh, they should. I agree. Listen, if you're new around here, and even if you're not, if you just watch the videos, just hit us a subscribe. It's free. What can you lose? Lob a like on there. We've hit our like target for the day, but lob one in there. You know,
you've got nothing to lose, but you've got a lot to gain. That's obviously loads to gain.
Gio, what content we've got coming this week?
Well, so tomorrow, Sunday, we've got nothing planned for that. Yeah, we do. Sunday will be the preview for the Palace game because we do it 48 hours before. So that'll be the Sunday night will be the Palace game preview. Monday, me and you're going to have to come up with something because we've not got anything yet. Okay. Then Tuesday, we've got the football. I'm not sure. I want to do a Europa League video with Gonzo because Gonzo's not too keen on Europa League, whereas I'm very pro Europa League. So we're going to have a little fight about it. I want to do a little video about is Michail Antonio a legend? So I'm going to get some of the Hammers Chat people together. Those ones we do where 5 or 6 people put in their videos. Charlie doesn't know this. Sorry, Charlie. I need you to edit this, by the way.
I like it. I like
it.
So
is Michail Antonio a West Ham legend? 7 goals away from becoming the all-time Premier League goal scorer for the club. So is he a legend or is he not? So I want to get that video done as well. But I've got 4 interviews lined up. 4. Well, I say interviews. 3 and a podcast with someone. Which I'm really looking forward to one in particular. Really looking forward to one of them, which should be good if it happens, right, Walsh?
Yeah,
back me up.
Gio has told me the people they are bangers. Each and every one of them are bangers.
One in particular, you'll never guess who it is. Don't even try and guess who it is because you've never heard of him. I can guarantee you, when I tell you who it is, you would say who, but he worked at West Ham United.
That's the one I'm most interested in as well.
Yeah, it's not been done before. It's not been done.
Because there's some in there that you've mentioned that, you know, I'm like, okay, that's going to be a good interview. I'm interested in that. I know that person. I'm interested. But this one we're alluding to, when you told me, I was like, ooh, okay. It's a bit of a, you know, it's a thinker. But then you're like, yeah, this could be a bang. You know, there you go.
I'm looking forward to it. There's another guy I want to get after him. Who they've worked for the club. They've not been a player of that. So that's why I'm looking forward to it. It'll be different.
People are getting nervous about the timer, Gio. The chat's going up. People are mentioning it. You know, well, I'll hold my phone for the rest of the time just because I want you to be able to hear when the timer goes off.
A little bit of transparency, you know.
It was, you know, just get a mancy, you know. I can leave it here just to really get a mancy, you know.
So Russ is teasing us, look.
Oh,
69 minutes, yes.
There we go.
Put the ball out of play.
Someone else did, and it worked.
Get the ball out of play. Come on. I don't want it in the 70. I don't need it in the 69. Could you let us know who it is, Russ, please? What's the sub?
The young lad is coming on.
It is. I can see him. He's there. I can see him. He's coming on in the 69th minute. Hopefully it's for Souček, but we'll bring confirmation. But the young lad's already come on for his West Ham debut. And he's coming on for number 11. No, that's a Doncaster one. Never mind. I about to say, who is our number 11?
I don't even know if we have a number 11, do we? Wasn't it Snodgrass? No.
Snodgrass was 11, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't have one.
So he's ready to come on now anyway. And he is coming on for Souček. Good sub, David Moyes. Really good sub by David Moyes there. Afalan on for Thomas Souček.
Unfortunately, in the 70th minute, so...
Oh, it's literally like 72 seconds. Look at the timer on your thing when it goes off, right? Have you got a timer on the BBC iPlayers? You've got like a timer for you.
Oh, yeah.
Have a look at the timer. It's literally bang on the 70th minute it goes off.
Well, you know. I'm also a bit concerned because my phone's a bit broken at the moment. Sometimes the timer doesn't buzz, so I'm just making sure I'm keeping an eye on it to make sure.
Just want to welcome Guy Glitter to the live chat as he has entered after being told there's a young player involved now. He's rocked up for his pleasure.
It's a different vibe when Gio's here, you know. Usually it's not here. Mr. Pardew's here. Good to see you, Alan. Mr. Pardew comes on all of our live streams, Gio. He's a good man, very knowledgeable. You know, you get a sense he wants Moisey. They all rock up, Gio. They all rock up. It's a fun time. Gio, if you were to guess how long do you reckon would be left on the timer?
It can't be long at all. It must be about 20 seconds or something. Because I've just seen you touch the volume button, which would insinuate you're cranking the volume up to max, which insinuates a timer is going to go off any second now.
I'll be honest with you, I was touching the power button to pull the thing back up, but that's a good point. I'll turn it up.
I was trying to be clever. I appreciate it.
Gia, what I'd say is just maybe prepare yourself. Just get prepped.
I'm prepped. The live chat need to be prepped. Whoa! Who have you got on your live chat? Who did you see?
The last person who commented was this
Alan
McIntosh, a good young player.
That's a good enough calling for me. Alan, my friend, you have won the poster. Can you please email us, hammerschat@gmail.com. Get in touch, Alan. You've won the poster. You've won the poster. I might do a little giveaway next game, Charlie. I want to do more giveaways. I'm feeling generous. I'm in a good mood. I'm a happy Geo these days, and while I'm a happy Geo, I might continue to do some giveaways.
Good, congratulations, Alan. Listen, it was a good time. I like to see the second we got near to that, the chat did explode.
What did you put your timer? Well, what did you put in on the timer?
8 minutes and 9 seconds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just over halfway. Yeah.
I put 7 minutes and 69 seconds, but then I forgot that 69 doesn't exist, and so it just defaulted to 8:09. So, so there we go. That's the actual number. But
Doncaster's away to score here, but he's offside. Surely we've got VAR in play, but he's missed it anyway. He's messed it up. He tried to round Fabianski, sort of half rounded him, and yeah, he messed it unfortunately.
This has been. I'm happy with. I'm happy with this performance. Someone asked. I think it was. Do you know what? I think it was Luke. I can't find the comment now because it's too far up. But Luke asked. Next round, seeing as it looks like we're getting through to it now. Not to get too over it. Not to get too ahead of ourselves, but I think we're going through to it. What kind of side are you playing? He said full strength. Next round, discuss.
Yeah, 100%. It's you can rotate today. We're playing Doncaster, League One side, but when we were playing Man United or Liverpool, it's completely different. We have to play full strength, and Klopp will play full strength tomorrow against Man United because they got beat by Burnley. Man United are going to feel the repercussions of that, and he's not going to be resting Mo Salah or anything like that. Klopp needs a win because the way the Liverpool fans have acted, it's just ridiculous. Like, they lost one game. They're putting up tweets like, "Oh, we'll come back stronger than ever." You lost a game of football. It's not like you've lost the final or anything. What are you on about? Just calm it down. It was like this with Van Dijk when he got injured. They were all going on about as if he died.
Yeah.
It's just leave out. So I think Klopp will go full strength against Man U, and I'm expecting to play Liverpool in the next round.
When is that match? Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Speak to my mum yesterday. She said she's watching it, and I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah," but then I forgot his name. And McIntosh says, "I doubt you do delivery to Asia." Just say he's chuffing the old man now. So good, congratulations. But what's the email address one more time, Gio? I forgot. hammerschat@gmail.com.
hammerschat@gmail.com. Yeah, it's in the description. I put it in the description anyway.
Okay, good. There we go.
Did he say we've got posted to Asia?
He said, Alan said he was chuffed for the old man.
Oh, we forgot to do terms and conditions. Nah, it's fine. We'll pay for it. It's fine. We honestly don't mind. I don't need to eat for the next 2 days. It's all right. I'm food's overrated. Charlie, put down that coat. We can't afford it. For God's sake.
I've bought it now. It's here. I'm drinking it.
You're drinking that tomorrow as well. You can't afford a drink.
I'm not making it last. Why isn't Randolph starting the cup? Says C Greener. He was due to, right, Gio? But he took a knock in training. Or was it in warm up or training?
I'm not sure if it was in the warm up or I don't know why, but he was due to start.
There you go. Here you go. 41 goals is a legend. 41 goals is a legend. I mean, it's an interesting question, and I suspect I'm probably going to be different to most people on that issue. Decent
chance for Doncaster again. I wouldn't be surprised if they score a goal, actually, Doncaster. They probably deserve a consolation goal for their second half efforts. They're not giving up. I quite like it, actually. I can admire their effort. Honestly, Alan, we'll post it wherever. If you want it, we'll send it to you. Like, it doesn't matter. You just tell us where to send it, we'll send it to you. We're just playing. Trying to be funny. I'm sorry. It was our effort, humour.
I know it was poor, but we gave it a shot, and you can't knock a watch along for trying. You can't knock a.
Yeah, the game's dying down a little bit now. It just feels like a 3-2 game now, a 3-0 game now.
I'll say this: Tesco value. I tell you what, the shop brand biscuits aren't bad. you know what's really good, G? I'll say this. The Morrison's value brand Jaffa cakes, they're like 15p for a box, and they are worth the 15p. I will tell you that much.
Don't like Jaffa cakes.
You're just wrong. You're just.
I'm not a big orangey fan, like orange and food. I'm not a big fan of it.
Terry's chocolate orange.
Nah, not a big
Just in
orange.
general, you eat.
Yeah, just orange flavor in food is not really like a.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of it.
That's fair enough. I'll say Jaffa cakes.
We got a good attack here. Fredericks saved. Oh, it's in! The young lad, Afalan. He scored. Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
I was busy being sad. What a time to be alive.
Scored.
There's been a goal, but for who? It's Afalan.
Afalan. We don't even know that's his name, but that's what we're calling him. Afalan. Oh, brilliant. It was like a really good attack, actually. It was like 4-on-3. Fredericks come down the right. You know, Yarmolenko was wanting it. He took the shot on himself, Fredericks. The keeper saved it, and there was Afalan to put it in the back of the net. He's got his goal. I'm delighted for him. Like, really, really good. I'm watching the replay now, and you know, something credit to the kid. He sort of follows it in. Yarmolenko doesn't follow it in, and the defenders don't follow it in, but he does. He's chasing down the shot just in case there's a spillage. There's a spillage, and he's mopped it up. BP, sign him up for the next oil spillage, because that guy knows how to deal with it.
That's a good. Like you say. Do you remember when Ashley Fletcher was here? That was one of the things I always used to like about him. Is he would just follow the ball in when a shot was happening. He was always just following it in, and so to see him follow that in, that's just good. It's just good striking. That's just what you want from your striker. Just follow the ball in. What a boy! He gets his moment. Love that.
Love it. Yeah, love it. Bad news for Meepo though. Meepo the Beckel's now just gone back in the pecking order, isn't he? Without even playing a game.
Very Ashley Fletcher, Marcus Rashford at Man United style.
Balbuena's fouled someone and is pretending to be hurt to try and avoid a yellow card. So we'll wait and see if it works. But the referee's standing over him. It is a booking. He gets skinned in rugby tackles. A bloke goes down and he's holding his head, hoping that he's going to get a little bit of a sympathy vote.
Tell you what, I've enjoyed this game today. Eddie Duffy with the $2. Thank you, sir. Asian Postage Fund. I mean, you know, we appreciate that. Trust us.
So does Alan.
So does Alan, yeah.
Alan's buzzing. We're waving on Nathan Trott. This is incredible. We're subbing the keeper.
Afolayan. There we go. Thank you.
Charlie, we subbed the goalie for the last 10 minutes. I love this. This
is coming on as well.
Oh,
yes.
David Moyes is going for it. He's just Nathan. I love this. We're bringing on Nathan Trott for the last 10 minutes. Oh, I love this. Why not? Why not?
Usually we end up bringing on the youth players for like 2 seconds at the end, so I'm hyped.
Yeah, 4-0, game's over. Get the youngsters on. And do you know, the thing with getting a keeper on is Fabianski's been busy for the last 10, 15 minutes. He's had to make a couple of saves, so Trott will get to touch the ball a few times and stuff. So this is great. I love this.
What time to be alive. Thank you once again, Eddie. Appreciate it. There you go. The winning comment, good young lad. It was fate. It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Nathan is ready to come trotting onto the pitch. Yes, that is how low the standard is. Welcome.
Welcome. 200 however many likes, and that's what you get.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you know what? Fair play. I like this from David Moyes. This is what I want to see us do. I'm really into this. Fair play.
It's going to sound weird, but I'm almost enjoying seeing Afolayan, Baptiste, and Trott coming on more than the win to an extent, because the wins. Yeah. It took 90 seconds for us to take the lead. After we got the first goal, it felt like we were going to win, so it's been hard to sort of enjoy it as such. But to see the youngsters coming on, I love that. I love this. This is good. This is how you do cup games. Get the win in the bag, and then get your youngsters on. Taking off Solchek as the first sub as well is really good. Baptiste is going to come on. I assume he's looking at his defence, picking one. I would probably take Fanals off, to be honest, and go to 3 at the back, so that there's 2 senior centre backs alongside the young kid. Unless he puts Baptiste in midfield. But yeah, Trott's coming on. Fantastic. No one, but he's got the goalie strip on, Jazza, so a bit of a clue.
I mean, you never know. You never know. Mate, you should have the burgers from Morrison's. They're good. I'm telling you, they're good.
Needs some custard creams, that guy.
I just this right. I know. See, I've got this reputation, Gio, as someone who hates David Moyes correctly because I do. But even I'm like, just give the guy money to buy some players that fit his system, please.
If we win on Tuesday, Charlie, we go fourth. We go
Sad, isn't it?
fourth.
It's insane.
Show some ambition and go like you're looking at Villa. Villa are in a not too dissimilar position to us right now. They're ready to sign Morgan Sanson for 15 million or something, right? They're backing Dean Smith, saying like, go get us European football. We've got to do the same here. We've got to back David Moyes and back Champions League, because I remember Sam Allardyce last season, we were fourth at Christmas. They did nothing in the transfer window. They bottled it. Slaven Bilic, I don't know if we're in the top four, but we're certainly in and around the top four. We got Emenike,
on loan.
Yeah, listen, we've got a chance of top four football here. Back your manager. Anyway, that's Lucas Fabianski, unsurprisingly, going off for Nathan Trott. It would have been more fun, actually, if we took Noble off, put Fabianski outfield and chucked Trott in goal. That would have been fun. But no, Fabian, straight swap. And Trott's coming on and going into the goal.
Gonzo will be around for the review. He'll be live after the game with Gio. You're doing it.
Mark Noble having a word with Trott. Nice to see. And Baptiste is coming on for Ryan Fredericks. So it'll be interesting to see if he goes on straight in at right back. But Ryan Fredericks is off as well. So 10 minutes, 82 minutes gone. So a good 10 minutes for both of these youngsters, and as well as Afolayan.
Afolayan. And yeah, Gio and Gonzo will be live straight after on a different one. Did someone mention burgers? Yeah, we did, Steve. I did. It's many times. Get involved, mate. Get involved. Steve, how do you feel about not having lettuce in your burger? I feel like I've asked you this before, Steve, but I feel like you'd be a man who wouldn't have lettuce in a burger. You know? Gio is against it. I want to know your opinion. Me and Steve, we've maybe 50% of our conversation being about burgers, and it's mostly my fault. I will say that's mostly my fault.
Lanzini with a decent effort there, and more good play by Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko's had a really good game, actually. Good hold-up play. Sort of holds it up while Lanzini gets up to support and lays him off. Shot straight down the middle, but more good play. I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this.
So am I. Without going too deep into it, Gio, Palace on Tuesday. Confidence at this point?
Yeah, I know they're a bit of a bogey team, but Palace are crap. Roy Hodgson's crap. I don't like them. They were the better team against us. I'll admit that. But whenever I watch Palace, they're just dreadful. I hate managers like Roy Hodgson and Steve Bruce that just try and bore you to death with their football. They don't deserve to win games with that anti-football stuff. Roy Hodgson, the last Palace game, they had no shots on target, or it might be the FA Cup game they went out of. They had no shots on target, right? So the commentator said to him, it's not for the first time this season you've had no shots on target, Roy. What are you thinking? And he literally said, yeah, we're putting some good crosses.
Yeah.
And we were unlucky to lose today because we had a decent cross. And I'll tell you something, I'm not seeing a gravity-defying cross today. I'm fuming, Charlie.
Well upset. The thing is, I you know me, I think I do like Roy Hodgson in general. I think he's all right. I think he's nothing more than that. If you said to me, would you have Roy Hodgson at West Ham? It'd probably be no, would be the case, because I don't like it. But I respect what he does, and I think he's very good at it. And I think he's probably a bit underrated in terms of everyone looks at his time at Liverpool and England and sort of think he's terrible. And I don't think he's that. I just don't think he's that level of manager. But I think I respect him for what he does. They're very functional. I say this every time we talk about Palace. They're just very functional. Everyone in there is a functional player. They know what they're doing. It just is what it is, But I don't know. I'm nervous for it, but there's a quiet confidence about me at the moment because
the thing with Roy is,
and as Ross said, we keep playing bogey teams and doing decently against them.
The thing is, I don't believe in bogey teams. There's far too much stuff that changes. Managers change, players change, grounds change, everything changes. So I'm not a believer in this whole head-to-head record thing. I think it's, Doncaster beat us more times than we've beaten Doncaster.
Yeah,
right. So what, are you going to call them our bogey team? Oh, we're doing fantastic well here, Charlie, against a team that's usually difficult for us to beat.
Sure.
Are you just a bit rude to read on mute?
Sorry, my brain was just like, do you know what it was? My brain
asked a question earlier that you ignored it.
It's my brain has struggled. Asking, has my club signed a West Ham channel? what the F is going on here? Never heard anything until it's done. What he's doing at your club, by the way, proper manager. I mean, he's doing all right, isn't he? I mean, like, this is the thing. I don't like him, but even I'm like, he's doing well. One of my friends who I never speak to messaged me the other day. You have those friends who you only speak to once every couple of months. Like,
yeah, I've got one like that called Charlie.
yeah, a little bit like that. What do you call it?
Usually it's the missus, isn't it? Usually the missus. I only speak to them once every couple of months.
You know, they walk into the room and they just don't. I'm just glazed over. Yeah, and he messaged me. He was like, "You must be loving life," and I was like, I "Kind of. I don't like it, but you have to respect what he's doing. He's stubbornly starts taking us to the top. That's not right. But I have no idea if we'll ever sign a player. I'm so tuned out. I need to follow. I got rid of my West Ham account, and now I'm just lost and scared in football news.
I think they've accepted a fee between the club of Villa and Marseille. I believe have accepted a deal's been done. It's now down to the player in the club to.
Okay.
I'd be surprised Sandstorm doesn't sign for Villa.
Yeah, so would I. To be fair, I mean, it seems to be happening, doesn't it? You know. Sometimes you just get that. You know, when you read the news stories, and you're like, "That's not happening. That's not happening." This one just feels like it's happening. It's got to the stage where there's enough smoke happening where you're like, "This is definitely happening." I mean, you know, his head disagrees, but his head disagrees. They got their 3 corners, Gio. Wasn't that something?
Yeah, we did put in the bet. Gonzalez ended up putting in the bet, but to be fair, there's been no goal scorer. Who's your man of match, Charlie? I'm going to keep mine for the review, but who's the Charlie Walsh man of match? BBC have just given theirs. I'm not going to say who it is. I don't want to influence your decision, but who would you give it to?
I'm trying to think about, because my head instantly went for one of the front 4. So I'm just trying to think through in my head. Has anyone outside of that been a banger? I think Souček's been fine. I think Noble's been fine. Defenders have all been much of a muchness. Fabianski's not really been challenged. It's got to be one of the front 4, doesn't it? Probably. It's got to be Yarmolenko or. You know what? Lanzini's been good as well. I'm going to say Yarmolenko.
That's who the BBC just gave it to. In the live chat, get your man of matches in. We'll have a little look, see whoever's given it to. But
I think he's just been really effective. I think he was the right man to play up front for this match. I don't think his hold up play has been decent. He's the weird dancey step over sort of stuff's been there. He's been hitting shot. He's just done exactly what he's needed to do. I thought he's been really good to the extent where I wouldn't be as concerned him starting up front in the Premier League. At the beginning of this watch along, I was really concerned about him starting up front. I think the formation and the tactics have worked for him. Yeah, there you go, man of match. I think the formation and the tactics have worked for him, but if we started him up front in a Premier League game now, say Antonio got injured like tomorrow or whatever, I wouldn't be as worried as I was before. I think he's been decent.
Ben Johnson hitting an effort from about 30 yards. Decent strike. I love Martin Noble here. Like, Ben Johnson has a shot. 4-0 up. It's 25 yards out, straight down the middle of the goal. Keeper bounces off his chest and then he gets it. But Martin Noble goes over and gives him a little fist bump and stuff. And, Trot, come on. Martin Noble went over and gave him a fist bump, had a little word and stuff. 4-0 up, and our captain's still encouraging the youngsters, not letting them sort of settle for 4-0, if you like. And I think while we can all sort of up and ab about Martin Noble is a Premier League player in that, the one thing I don't like is, this is a personal thing, is why people suggest that Declan Rice should be like the permanent captain of West Ham now. It sort of grates me a little bit, because I think Noble deserves a bit more respect in that manner, because being not up to Premier League standard anymore is one thing, but I don't know why there's all of a sudden question marks over him as a captain. I don't understand where that's come from. I know some people prefer it to be a permanent fixture of the first team, but you don't have to be. The perfect example I always use is Swansea City when they were in the Premier League. Ashley Williams had the captain's armband, but he wasn't the captain. It was Gary Monk until he retired. When Gary Monk retired, it was Ashley Williams. You don't have to start every week to be the club captain. And I think Rice and Noble have a fantastic understanding over the captaincy. So when Mark's on the pitch, he becomes captain. I like it. I like it when
I think it's the perfect setup, honestly.
I think when Rice gives an armband, I like that. It's just like respect. It's a hierarchy in your club that he is the captain kind of thing. There's none of this. The one thing I hate about friendlies and England friendlies in particular, there's about 6 captains in one game. There's like, you have it on going off now, it's your turn. I hate stuff like that. I like having order as the captain, because if you don't know who your captain is, then surely you're not a very well organised player, sorry. So anyway, sorry about that rant. I just saw Mark Noble, Gene Johnson, and it's people keep saying give Rice a new deal on the captain's armband. I think, why you got to give him the armband? What's that got to do with anything? He's the captain when Noble's not on the pitch. But
what I like about that rant as well is it was long enough to the point where I got to see Noble do the thing while you were talking about it, which is good, which is perfect. I totally agree. I think it's the perfect setup. Like, Rice can be the captain when he's on the pitch, but when Noble comes on, there's nothing. Captaincy and performing are two separate things. You can perform brilliantly as a captain, but not be up to scratch as a player. But that's fine.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's got nothing to do with, like, you do get players who are so good on the pitch they lead by example, but that's not the only style of leadership. There's a difference.
Just to interrupt, I'm going to disappear, Charlie, because there's only a couple of minutes left of the game. Well, there's a minute left of the game. I'm going to get ready for the review. Thanks for having us on your watch along. I've enjoyed it somewhat, and I'll let you wrap it up, and I'll speak to you in a bit, Mr. Walsh, and goodbye to people. I'll be live with the review in a few minutes.
There you go. Stick around, everyone, because Gio will be live soon. I'll spam that link in the chat when he has it ready. Let's go through who your man of the matches are. So Jeff confirmed that it was them. Yarmo on the BBC. Johnson for me, says Chaz. Give it to Benny. Great effort today. That was one of the others I was definitely thinking about. Tebow agrees with the Yarmo choice. My mouse has moved. Yarmolenko. Aflayan. Who's the best goalkeeper you had, said Joe's film? In my opinion, Fabianski. Since I've been alive, or since I've watched West Ham, or been aware of West Ham. So the first goalkeeper I remember really watching West Ham playing was David James, to give you some example. Benny from a free kick there, everyone's going for it. And for me, it was Fabianski. Jamal Baptiste, man of the match, says Isaac. Respect it. I mean, you just got to love it. Dolly Dimple, Charlie. Does that mean simple or stupid or something? I'm not sure. I'm not hot on my Cockney rhyming slang. But yeah. If you mean that, then that's fair enough. I don't mind, to be fair. Ben Rama, 4-0 and Fredericks being too good. Fredericks has had a good game as well, to be fair. That's a good point here. I didn't actually think about that. Ben Rama, Nathan Trott, man of the match, says Mr. Pardew. You got to respect a learned man's abilities to pick out a good note. Yarmolenko, another good shout. Nice one for that info on Sanson. He looks a proper footballer, good dribbler, carry the ball well, and can shoot with both feet. Could be a Moyes player too, I'd say. He's a good player. I like Sanson a lot, and we're big fans of Sanson on this channel. Full-time whistle blows. Ends West Ham United 4. Doncaster 0. You got to respect it. They worked. They tried, but it's not. It's a. How do I word it? It wasn't a bad performance from Doncaster. It was just one where, if we were away and the pitch was different, like at Stockport, you could maybe say a different thing would happen with that. But it's just the way it is. 4-0's highest rate for this game. So John Bowles, 4-0's. Isn't Johnson naturally a right back also playing left back today? That is true, Jazz. That is true. Yarmolenko, defo man of the match. He worked his socks off and got his goal. 4-0's Trot. Hasn't made a mistake all game. Clean sheet also. You got to respect it. 4-0's off Frederick for me. Noble deserves a shout. He had a good game. I thought he had a good game as well. Rice and Antonio not needed to come on is great too. I agree. I wanted to see those people rested. We got to see those rested. 4-0's man of the match. Moyes. Do you know what? I did consider saying that. I didn't go for it, but I did consider saying it. Nice dab from Trot. You got to love to hit him, quickly when you can. You probably thought that about David Moyes. I don't know what I thought, but probably. Charlie, well done for holding Gio's hand through the watch on. You gotta love it. Still my lucky channel. Big love for Ham Utd. Thank you, Jeff. Good to see you, sir. Good to see. So there we go. I mean, it's a great result and a great game. Perfectly managed, perfectly put in there. You've got to respect it. You can't. It's just a good performance. 280 likes. Thank you very much, everyone, for that as well. The poster will be on the way to Alan, of course, who has helped and hurt their spot in the squad. I'll tell you what, we'll talk about that tomorrow on Two Spanners, One Hammer, which will be live on Hammer Chat Patreon. If you're a patron, patreon.com/Hammer Chat, Two Spanners, One Hammer, tomorrow, Monday, we'll figure it out. But thank you all for watching. It's been a good game, enjoyable stream as well. Gio and Gonzo will be live in a minute doing their doing their post-match review. Once that's live on the channel, once we have that link, I'll be able to spam it in there for all of you to see. But yeah, I appreciate it. Who's number 17 for Doncaster Rovers? I can find out. It is. Give me 1 second. Doncaster Rovers number 17 is. Wait for it. Yeah, wait for it. I've clicked the wrong button. We'll get there. The number 17 is. I don't know. Ben White is Whiteman. His name is Whiteman. There we go. Did Fabianski come off injured? No, he didn't. He just came off for a rest to get the young lad a chance. No injuries or nothing. No injuries that game. That's another good thing. Coming through that game with no injuries. Great result. Kids on the pitch had more than 2 minutes on the pitch. Is something you love to see. Taylor Richards on loan from Brian is there 17. I was wrong. I read Whiteman. I don't know where I got the Whiteman thing from. I'm an idiot. Is the answer. Let's give Troy a few minutes, of course. Now we have the link for the review. His name is Taylor something, not Whiteman. I don't know where I got Whiteman from then. I just read Whiteman, but I was reading it quickly. That was the stupidity there, wasn't it? That was the stupidity there. There we go. So, coming into your chat now is a link to watch the review. Gio and Gonzo will be live in just a minute. Gio and Gonzo will be live in just a minute over on their review. Have a click on there. See what's going on. Just have a vibe, enjoy it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm going to try and come up with a phrase, but I don't have one. I'm trying to click it and it was struggling. Enjoy the review. Thank you much for watching. We'll be back at the weekend for whatever match it is. I can't remember off the top of my head. Just last question. Where was it? Would you rather Liverpool United? I would rather Liverpool. I just prefer Liverpool. Enjoy yourselves, everyone. See you next time. And yeah, we'll see you later. Bye.